All right. How we doing? How we doing, man? And tomorrow, how we doing, Lawrence?
Hey, what's going on,
Doing
man?
well. Doing
All
well.
right.
Doing well.
Good. Greetings, checking for you. I want to ask everyone to hit that like button on the way in. As we all know, today is the movie review for the animated movie Deathstroke, Knights and Dragons. Um, First off, starting off, man, how crazy this movie was. This movie was just plain nuts. I hope everyone out there got to see it, but it was nuts and full of drama. Um, I had a whole lot more fun watching this one than our last review that we did last weekend. And oh man, it was good, full of drama and crazy. Um, this movie right here, I mean, I swear, um, Deathstroke and his family came straight out of the hood. What do you guys think about that, man?
Yeah, I mean, definitely a dysfunctional family. Got two fucked up in the head military people. It has some military kids who are typically just as fucked up as the parents are. Yeah, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, my sentiments exactly. Lawrence, you?
As a military man, I gotta agree with MOT, man. I mean, it was by the numbers, man, for dysfunctional. I mean, seriously, it was literally by the numbers.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was the level of dysfunction that was just. It was off the charts, nuclear. It was a nuclear level of dysfunction and crazy. But we'll get ready to get into it here. Um, so we'll start off with you know, pretty much within the first 2 minutes, you come right into the dysfunction. Um, of course, it starts off. You see his Deathstroke's body washed up on the beach. You know, it's bloodied and beaten, and it goes to a cut scene of him being in a room and him calling his wife, being on the phone with his wife and his son, and it's interesting because she immediately, brings up, she starts dredging up the past of his previous affair with a woman who he, whenever he went overseas with, who he was, he had an affair with this lady, and she kind of brings it back up. It's hard. She can't pretty much forget about him every time he leaves for work. That this is probably possibly happening, and she kind of says it kind of in a low tone, to where the kid can't figure out. But it's so telling here that it just starts right into the dysfunction. Uh, what do you guys think about that?
Yeah, it's kind of like they were both in the military, and somehow she's shocked and surprised. I'm like, bitch, please, you've been to space. What are you talking about? You know what you saw while you were in. Like, it makes no sense. To me, it makes no, especially when she found out like the truth and shit. I'm like, man, get this lady out of here, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, it was crazy, Lawrence.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think what made it most egregious was the fact that she's complaining to him about the lifestyle choice he made for his purpose, but yet she's one of the contributing factors in training him for that very purpose. That made no sense. I mean, that was crazy. I mean, she's
Yeah,
she's literally she's literally upset about him fulfilling a role that she partook in training him to do. So that was, yeah, that I mean, that's woman dysfunction. Do what I
right,
say, do what I say, not what I do, that kind of stuff.
right. It is a great point. Because she did, she kept throwing it in his face like crap, about him choosing this life, but she had also trained him. He had been serving under her, and also, it was the only life he had known. his grandfather had been in the military, his father. So only thing he had known and been raised and trained for was military life, and just the complaints about it, and then also when you take it to the fact that she keeps throwing it up in him, he because of him choosing to go forward with this testing with the military, and how she reacts to him about that, it's just crazy too. Knowing his history, knowing this is who he is.
Well, I think it was also a little bit of jealousy because the same way he signed up for that lifestyle, she did too. She's just upset that she gave it up and he fulfilled it.
You know,
Mm.
if the if the shit was on the other foot, if she had the powers the fucking daughter had, she wouldn't be complaining about that shit. She was just mad that she
Exactly.
didn't go through the process and he did,
Yeah, yeah.
and he ended up
Hmm.
sleeping with somebody else and having another kid, and she mad at that shit too.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah. Because
come on,
yeah,
lady.
yeah, yeah, and that's my point. Because I mean, like I said, she trained him. She served as his commanding officer, so she was about that life too. The only difference is that she, gynocentrism kicked in. She wanted a baby. She wanted to settle down. Yada yada yada. She didn't get to live quote unquote the life she wanted because she was burdened down by having kids and all that. But he got to live it. To me, it
You
was a
mean to
beauty.
tell me as many deployments he been on, she fucked nobody? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. She was up in that NCO club the moment that fucking plane hit fucking altitude. She was in the fucking NCO club, turning that thing out. Fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's funny because I've also got members in the military, and the women are that are in the military. Look, they
Oh,
are getting down.
they buck wild.
Yes, they
They buck
are.
wild.
Yeah, man. You remember how Trigon broke free in like Apocalypse War? That's how the women be. I am free.
Yep, yep, yep. That's true. That's true. And and and,
Yeah.
and it ain't just the military women. It's the wives of the male soldiers too, man.
Oh, of course, yeah.
They buck
Ah, yeah,
wild. They are buck wild, man.
yeah,
I mean they Broncos for real, for real.
yeah. And then there is no taming it, which I could tell, man. One thing I've never understood, how being a how you could be a military man and then go forth and get married, and you in
Yeah,
deployment. I just to me, yeah, I never understood that simple fact because they don't have the Jody term for no reason, man. Why
yeah,
you
man.
gone, Jody, in your home?
Yeah, yeah. That's
Rummaging through your stuff.
yep.
Hey.
I mean, because MOT, you were military like me, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, our Air
Yeah,
Force.
so we had cadences, man, that talked about Jody all the time.
Oh yeah.
Those cadences go all the way back to Nam, man. So yeah,
Oh man,
and
dog.
then all those Dear John letters, man.
Oh
So,
yeah.
But yeah, that's just crazy. So yeah, her. Yeah, it was typical. She was going through the ad hominem Bible with him.
oh
Oh
yeah,
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 man.
she was, yeah, she was, yeah, she was, she most definitely
Yeah,
was.
for him serving this country, and then him having his one little fling before they even got married. So yeah, it's crazy, but that's what they do.
It's
Um,
not about your stellar record. It's always about when you fucked up specifically.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. Because my interpretation is he had to fling why he was married to her.
No, it
No,
happened
no,
before.
no. It didn't. Because if you remember later on in the film, she was saying something to him, and he told her, after I had the time with her, that's when I knew you were the one for me, and that's why I came back.
Right, and
Oh
got
yeah.
married to her.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they
But
weren't
nobody
Oh,
trying
married
to hear
yet.
that shit either though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
it
okay,
was before.
okay.
I think they may have been engaged at the time, but they weren't married.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, no, they were not married. But yeah, that's what happened. And so you fast forward
She
to the
did
scene.
not want to hear about the feelings part of another woman, man. Dude, if you can see the look on this bitch's face, man, like, oof.
Okay.
Don't talk to her about
Mm,
that shit. I
Yeah,
said, He sent Aegon the link because he was looking at the movie while he was on my live stream. So, but she said,
Oh, well,
resent Aegon the link.
okay. I emailed it, so I'll email it to him again. All right.
What's
But
up,
hey,
fellas?
what's going on, Smooth?
What's going on,
Hey,
Smoke?
Smooth.
Chilling.
We haven't gotten in there far. We're pretty much at the beginning part where we're just about to go into the part where well, we just got done with the part, where they start hashing out from the beginning, where he runs into the drama in the beginning when she starts complaining to
About
him
what
about
he did.
about sleeping with that woman whenever he was on that mission.
He was
Yeah.
just
Out
getting
from
a
the jump.
nut off in Cambodia, man. Shit, they wasn't even married.
Hey man, that was a dark haired woman. What the fuck you expect for that guy to do?
Know what I'm
Say
saying?
no.
Right. And like he said, she was nice, she was good to him. Hey, hey, what's gonna happen? Hey. He didn't have to hear none of that lip that he was hearing from her at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Slid on in there and squeezed off, man. That's what happened. No fucking complaining, forgot where he was, Mind lapse. Yep. Got him.
You
right.
gotta imagine the level of femininity you gotta have to just get this dude to want to smash. Just by you doing your job, you a bartender and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? The charms is out there, and that dude just
Yeah.
ate it all up
Yeah.
and gave her a
By
baby.
any means, smash your cereal.
Well, and, it's interesting you said that too, because if you look at the artistic choices they made Rose's mom very feminine, while Addie from the beginning to the end of the movie was
Oh my god.
very masculine, even down to the way she
Oh.
dressed.
Hey, I say it from the jump. Hey, this was straight from the hood. Addie, Addie was Keisha.
She was really on that motherfucking bullshit though.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn.
And like I said, if you look at the art, man, like I said, from the body shapes, they kept her masculine. And when they showed, if you look at all the faces they showed, from Rose to her mother to Shiva and everybody else in between, she had the hardest damn face. The only one that came, the only one that
Facts.
came, yeah, the only one that came hard after that was the Speaker of the House that was on the plane with the president. So I'm assuming that was
Yeah.
Pelosi. So
Hey, and that was funny because they kind of earlier on they kind of had her with a little bit softer features, but
mhm.
once they got into it, well, we'll get there. So once Deathstroke finds out he's got this job, he does whatever you kind of get. He's hired actually to assassinate one of President Molina's generals, and he's hired by Molina. So he goes in there. He's going through there, just killing everybody. It's a bloodbath all through there to get to him. And Molina, no, his general rather, is with him, and he's got that sword to him, and he's like, "Oh, he's gonna kill me." He tells him, that he's been hired by him. He was like, "So you gonna do it?" And then he pulls out President Molina's head and shows. It's like, damn. and he said, "I bet you got this look on your face right now." And he's like, he said, "No, I'm not gonna kill you." He said, "I hope you do a better job than what he did, because of the simple fact, he left all his people starving while he was fat. He was like a fat calf. He was taking care of while his people were starving, and they were doing worse off." And he tried to have him killed because he wanted to. Deathstroke brought up the money, and Deathstroke shot his guards. He said, "Oh well, yeah. Hey, you know what? Hey, no problem. We gonna make sure you get that money." And that whole telling by while that's going on, you have the jackal enter, and he beats the crap out of Addie, and it takes a boy. She kind of has this masculine talk to her. Whenever he takes on, she's like, "If you came here to thought you was gonna fight some weak woman, well, yeah, you bargained for the wrong thing." But sure enough, he was already prepared, and he took her down. beat her down pretty bad. I think from that moment on is whenever those softer features that they had drawn her with, they became much, much harder.
But they still, even though they were softer, they still weren't as soft as everybody else.
Right. I agree.
And
I
and
agree.
and the funny thing about that fight, he broke her leg, he snapped her arm, and it was funny because when she said, you came here thinking you're gonna have some weak female to fight, you're sorely mistaken." And he whooped her ass, and I'm thinking, that's right, equal lefts, equal rights. That's what I'm talking about. You want to stand there and fight me like a man? I'm gonna give it to you all like a man. He started breaking bones. I was like, yeah, I like that. So I'm like, I'm not gonna lie about it. I enjoyed that scene.
No,
He beat the
no,
shit out of her,
no,
and
no,
then
no, man, like, what he did,
and-
what he did, he knew exactly what the fuck he came to do.
Yeah.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Like,
He was looking forward to it because remember when he pinned her on after he electrocuted her and pinned her on the ground, he had said, "Yeah, I heard you was hot shit one time." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
said you
that,
done got soft now.
mm-hmm.
I slightly felt sorry for her until she started talking shit. I'm like, yep, well, no, your officer, nobody has gotten hurt here. Everybody left, and we'll let you know if I see her again. I will let you know, sir.
You know exactly,
But as of
exactly.
right now, y'all can go.
Exactly. Be looking at the office like, yeah, well, we've heard rumor that there was a female here getting beat down. You just look at the office. I have no recollection of those events, sir.
Yeah,
And keep it moving.
rumors. Mm.
Yep, keep it
Yeah.
moving.
So what did you think about it, Smooth? I guess he's out.
Yeah,
Now I'm
smooth out.
still here. Say that again.
Oh,
Say that
I
again.
said so. I said so. What did you think about that whole part? The scene where where the fight happened. She pretty much challenged him tried to challenge him like a man, and yeah, it didn't look too good for her in the end.
Yeah, but whether it's a movie or animated movie or anime or whatever, when have you ever seen those scenes work well? Anytime the woman is like talking shit like, yeah, not in my house or not with my kids or some shit, then they'll show another scene, and then once you get back to that scene, she's beaten, broken, and bruised and all that shit, or she already done been kidnapped. In other words, whatever the dude came there to do, that's what the fuck he ends up doing anyway.
Yeah,
It don't matter
Poor
what kind
fucking
of fight
baby.
she puts up. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And you know what? Being you said that, that's something that Kathleen Kennedy and them are going to try and do with Star Wars. You want this all female cast to beat shit out these dudes. But I think it's an animated when they trying to come out with it, and I'm hoping that this shit flops like a fish out of fucking water.
Well, Kathleen Kennedy got one coming up?
Yeah, for
Animated?
Star Wars. Yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna be some type of animated deal. And it's supposed to be
Oh,
all.
fuck
It's
no.
supposed to be a cast of all female Jedi. They trying to make
Really?
this shit. You got Brie Larson voicing one, and she's supposed to be the most powerful motherfucking Jedi throughout history. More powerful than
Oh
Anakin, and I
my
swear, I mean,
god.
so OP. I mean, more powerful than Anakin and Ray was OP.
Damn.
So, so they trying to make it where that scene don't happen no more.
Look, don't worry. It ain't gonna
Well,
make it.
that shit is going to flop just like Deathstroke kind of did. I'm not
It's
saying
not.
like the movie won good, but like
It's not gonna.
based on the numbers.
It's not gonna flop. It's not gonna flop because I'm telling you, it's not even gonna make it. Her contract. Her contract is up. No, I'm serious. Her contract is up in like the next 6 months. All they got to do is stall her out. They don't want her doing
Yeah,
anything anyway.
yeah, they
Oh,
trying to stall it
better
out.
idea.
Yeah, because
Better idea.
yeah, her feminist agenda. She's trying to ruin. She's trying to ruin the whole Star Wars universe has been created and approved by George Lucas. I mean, I'm talking about from the books and writers, and all of this stuff is through his creation. And he just signed off for these people to make these books, and these are all his ideas. But yeah, they're trying to destroy all of it. I know we got off topic, but what's going on, Aegon?
What up, y'all? What up?
Hey, Egon, what's going on there?
What up, Lawrence? What up, Smooth? What
All
up,
right.
Eisen? It's good. MOT was cracking.
What's up, man?
Yeah, so we're pretty much right now. We're at the part, where it's still early, where where he
She got
uh,
her ass whooped.
yeah, she got her ass whooped, and he pretty much give the this he handed the government over to President Molina's general and all that. So we were talking about how she how Addie had that man talk with with the jackal, and he was red and he put it on him. You there?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So you got anything your thoughts on it or
No, keep going.
okay? But yeah, so it was very telling about what Smooth was saying. You know how usually that's what happens. Because physically there's no way there's no way a woman can be on that level with a man, and so he comes back. Well, also forget to mention that he pretty much breaks the news to her that she trained a killer, and she created Deathstroke, and she had no idea that Slade had been living this double life,
Fuck
and
out of here.
yeah, that's what she says. So she goes, so she gets back home, and well, I mean, he gets back home rather, finds the house is in wreck. So he starts hollering for her. He goes upstairs and he sees her, beaten, and he's wondering where his son Joseph is. And
Ass is plenty whooped. Plenty whooped.
yep, plenty whoop. And they make her still strong enough, to slap the shit out of him.
Twice.
Yeah, yeah.
Twice. Because she slapped him one and then backhanded him the other one.
Yeah, that's right. And so they make her strong enough to do that. After, mind you, the jackal has stomped on the side of her fucking knee. But yeah, they do that, and she goes through her spiel about him living this double life, complaining about him being a killer and all this. Even though you actually kind of get to see he is a mercenary, but he does have some sort of conscience about who he's killing and why he's killing these people. And as you get to go through the story and you see, there are some jobs that that he doesn't mind doing just because of the people that he gets. It's some really fucked up people he gets to kill. But some of them are. But so he's she tells him, she don't need his help to go get their son back, but this dude already done beat the shit out of you. You ain't seen combat in over 10 years.
Remember she tried to stand up and fell back down.
Right. Exactly. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they let her. She fell back down for that, but they're gonna let her be up long enough to be able to slap him twice. Yes. So
and to keep that attitude without getting man.
Yeah. It was this was straight up just it was a hood story. She was she was boardroom Keisha. And he was and he was I guess a version of boardroom Pookie.
What blew my mind is like, how could she not know he was doing that shit? Like,
exactly.
Yeah, like bitch, you were in the military.
You
never watched the tax returns. You never, like take your kid to work day. Like none of that shit happened. Right? Come on, man.
All she kept saying is,
man.
Yeah, that's all she kept saying. He's a businessman, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Look at the house, boo. You know what I'm saying? See what this should have been is that they should have went Italian. She should have been the mafia wife. I live well, but I don't know what my husband does because I'm not in his business. You know what I'm saying? that's how she should have been.
Now they was hood rich.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great point about how could you not know, especially when you've lived a life before yourself, and you in a previous, as far as when it does the little backtrack deal, in a previous memory where it's showing, he's telling you, and that, I mean, this is what his life has been. His grandfather was this, his father was this, the military is all he known, and it. It's just it's. You're not wanting to see it. And that's a great point, Aegon. And so, Next, the next scenes are him going to go get his son back from the Jackal, and he gets there, and the Jackal questions him about because he's working for Hive. You find out, and they want Deathstroke a part of Hive, and he refuses to join because of the things that they've done. He knows all about it in this mercenary work, what they've done, and he wants no parts of it. He just wants his son. And the Jackal says, I respect you. We're not that much different. He's like, he said, we're not that much different. And
No, Walmart, Target. No, not that
right.
much different.
Yeah. And he's like, but my superiors, he's like, if it was up to me, I just give you back your kid, let you go. But hey, they want you. And so they go in. Next thing out comes, he brings out Bronze Tiger, and was it Cheshire?
No,
Was that the? Gosh, I can't think of her name.
the name was Jade,
Jade.
but
That's right.
but I get it because in the comics Cheshire is Jade is there's two Jades. Cheshire
Yeah,
is one. Green Lantern's daughter is the other.
that's right. That's right. But it's Jade,
Yeah.
and
That's John Stewart's daughter.
No, not John Stewart. Alan Scott, the
Alan
original.
Scott, yeah. Oh yeah, Alan Scott.
and so we have this whole action scene here with them, and a Deathstroke gets down, cuts off cuts off Bronze Tiger's arm, and kills Jade. Um, you see, Jackal. He kind of looks down, says, she was a fine soldier. So that the battle ensues with them. They get to going on and fighting, and he kills him. And yeah, but before that, he brings up his son. He said he shows him, the guy's got a knife to his throat. So that's why he asked me. He said, "Look, this is it, man." He's like, "You can join with us, and we won't kill him. Or look, hey, look, if you come, hey, look, you kill me, he gonna die too." So he kills. He refuses again. He kills. He slits the Jackal with the sword, and he goes after the guy who's got his son. He kills him, but his son gets cut too. Yeah, that was a pretty. It's a pretty rough scene there. You got anything here to add, Agon Smooth, Lawrence, MOT?
Yeah, that was a tough scene right there, man. To see that, the boy's throat still got slit, but thank God it wasn't like I thought at that moment that he was about to give up the ghost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
make this transition.
Nah, man.
make
You
it
walk
make it.
over there to him. You walk over there to him. You throw a little phoenix down on that little dude. He'll be all right.
Not for
Yo, didn't he cut and electrocute the Jackal at the same
Yes.
time?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Yeah,
Yes, he did. It's
that's
right.
why it's so funny how he still survived this shit.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
like
God, come
Yeah.
on, dude. Dude stabbed the motherfucker was bleeding from his freaking mask.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying? He
was.
was bleeding out his mask. Like, first of
Yeah,
all,
Now, what I
how
didn't
does the
like
blood get there that
is
quick?
that it's like all this shit this dude been through. He stayed in the armor the entire fucking time.
yeah,
What the fuck? Like, this motherfucker had like, know how you play RPGs and when you equip a weapon, they say that the shit is soul bound. You ain't gonna be able
yeah.
to trade that shit. Like that's
Right.
what
yeah.
his armor was like, man. Like his armor was soul bound to a nigga, man. Like he couldn't get out of the shit to like open the visor up, like nothing. It was like, nah, man. I'm gonna wear this shit all day.
You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Dang, that's right. You never seen him take none of that off. Dang.
Well, they're villains. They're not supposed to. They're supposed to eat, sleep, and shit in their armor.
Yo,
Well,
didn't
well, I mean, you really never seen like M Bison take that cape off either, man, nor that fucking hat. So, I,
true.
I,
Yeah.
I.
Yeah, but then it seemed like Deathstroke's armor was kind of weak because at first I was thinking like, okay, he getting hit with like high power round. So I'm cool with the arm when the first scene of the movie, but then when he was in the house and trying to save, when he was in the house, that scene, yeah, he was still getting hit with bullets and it was penetrating his arm. I'm like, so what's the point of wearing that shit? He just taking shots to the chest, and like, I mean, he already has the healing factor. So is it just for show?
Yeah. Hey, the government didn't want to spend no good money.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, we don't want to give him no good Kevlar or nothing like that. We give him some low grade shit that look good.
I also liked his transformation scene when he showed how he got his powers.
Yeah.
But I wish they would have went into like the like over the mystical science of why he is the way he is.
Yeah, you're right.
They go, you ain't shit. The mystical ways of why he is. Nigga.
No, because it showed the veins pop out, and then he fell on the ground, then woke back up, and I was like, I wonder what that actually is.
Yeah.
To me, it's just he was a science project that they thought went wrong.
Basically.
Yeah. He
That's
was
pretty much it.
He was, and that hood environment, boy, made him the perfect killer.
Yep.
But it was yeah. So yeah, that was a rough scene. I know, especially for you daddies out there, that's probably a rough scene to see him carrying that little boy. But it was good though to see that the little boy did live. And so we go to the next scene where she's just chewing him a new one, even though he done saved the boy. She's chewing him a new one. She talking bad. Well, we don't need you. You just get away.
So, yeah, I just saved my son's life. I mean, that don't matter.
Like, I dug the dialogue between that because I thought he wasn't on no like his name's Liam Nielsen, the Taken dude, where he just took that shit. Like he jumped over a lot of her statements. Like, I did what I did. Like, I was like,
yeah,
I fuck with it, Like, what we gonna do about this?
Ready. He wasn't ready to argue and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, what is he gonna say? Oh well, I'm sorry, I fucked up. I mean,
hold on, and a little bit backtrack. When he got smacked up, he was still lying. I'm a businessman.
Yeah, that is where the first one came from. That's right.
He's like, what happened? He's like, don't act like you don't know who. Don't act like you don't know who. Wait, what's that noise?
Maybe.
He's like, who is the jackal?
Somebody's in that car.
The jackal? Who is the jackal? She said, don't act like you don't know who that is.
I'm a businessman.
No, I'm laughing so hard because it's relatable to us niggas. Right, Aegon?
Yeah.
You know when you act like, who is... But when I was watching that scene, I even believed him that he didn't know who the jackal was.
And then, like, when he peeped that, she figured out his head leaned up a little bit. His head leaned up a little bit.
My bad. Yo. I forgot this shit was gonna hit home for you married niggas. Shit, I got
hit home.
I'm more like his partner. Yeah, see, I understand it the way I understand it from the view of his partner. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn.
Yo, it's true. I didn't even think about it like that, but that nigga was lying like crazy, man.
Like, hey, but wait, hold. No, he didn't completely lie. He was a businessman. He was doing doing business. He was handling business for the government. He just didn't go into details of what kind of business.
Yeah. He was in the untimely demisals business.
Right.
He was a cleaner. That's it. I'm a cleaner.
He was a cleaner.
I'm a cleaner. That's it.
A janitor business.
Well, not just janitorial. You know, he oversee the
The
transfer of
transport.
power, in different governments. I
Yeah.
And he was an outsized aftermarket life salesman,
I-
transporting people to the afterlife,
mean, he
even
was,
though they didn't ask for it.
and he was a siege. Well, you know, he also, you know, he was a detective that you know, he went and repossessed things and brought things back to where they were supposed to be. You know, so I
Look,
mean,
man,
I think
all
the
that. Look, all that
yeah, go
wrapped
ahead.
up together comes down to two words: life coach. All right.
Yeah,
he was
he
a
was a life
he was a,
coach.
he was a life coach. He gave it and he
Or you,
took it. That's
Well,
it.
or you could
I mean,
say,
you know, he was a
he
dev
was a
coach.
life insurance agent.
Well,
He
you
was a
know,
life
he was a
insurance
dev
agent.
coach. He was a dev coach.
Oh yeah, deaf coach. There
man,
you go.
he had many skills, man. You know, like some people just need to be taken off the board. You know, it's just the way it is. We can,
Yeah,
you can't help that. Some people just got to be
just
taken
gotta
off the
move
board.
on from him.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So, you
Gotta
know,
move
he
on
helped them
from him.
move on.
Okay,
There you
so
go.
acquisitions and sourcing,
That's
sourcing
right.
procurement.
That's right. He was doing all of that, man. Exactly.
Yeah. Acquisitions and procurement. That'll work.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. So
That would
yeah,
have been
but
enough for him to tell his wife, and she would have been okay since she was so oblivious all those
but
years to what he was
Obliterated.
doing.
Oh, my husband is a killer.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I mean, but look how she treated him. I mean,
Right,
she knew he was a killer and she was still talking shit. Fuck out of
right,
here.
I know.
right. Yeah,
She's like, yeah, well, I know you kill presidents and top high value, high powered people from different governments, but I'm just gonna bitch slap you for lying to me.
Twice.
twice now.
That's what I'm gonna do. I give
Twice.
you front hand and backhand the fuck out your eye patch and shit, nigga. I don't care who you is,
While I'm on my broke
right?
leg.
Yeah, while I'm on my exactly. Why I just got my used to wipe the whole damn floor, right? I'm gonna bitch slap you like you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Even
But
though
can
you the
you?
one that go ahead. I'm just
But can you imagine how that would have been in real life? You know, what I'm saying she would have smacked him the first time, saying, "I don't lie to me," and then he would have looked at her. And he would did it again. She would have backslapped her. She said, "All right, bitch, you know who I am? You know who the fuck I am? You say you know who the fuck I am? I'm gonna show you who the fuck I am. Hit me one more time. Come at me. See what happened." Yeah, he'd be lighting her all up on that. You think a broken leg is some shit? Let me show you why they call me Deathstroke. One move. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
if it had been
nah.
all the way, hood, yeah, nah, it just would have been one. Bitch, he would have went too short on her. He would have snapped out.
Mhm.
yeah,
because it just happened.
Yo,
So he was just hot off a fight.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
And
it's
she
like,
was just hot off of getting her ass whooped too.
Yeah, he hot off a
Yeah,
fight. He hot off a fight. Her hot off getting her ass whooped. I mean, if he pulled that sword out and just left her with one arm, I wouldn't have blinked.
he wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
He didn't even have to do that. All he had to do was hit her one good time.
Nah, I would have cut that arm off and tell her to nickname herself Lucky. That's what I would do.
nah, man. I would have
Damn.
broke the other arm and be like, "Are you happy now?"
I would have
Mhm.
kicked the other leg. That way she couldn't even. She would have had to crawl down the steps.
But yeah,
but instead we got Jackal. Who is Jackal?
Smack.
Never heard of.
Yeah, exactly.
Smack.
I know, right?
But yeah,
The only person who's ever said Jackal is like Nagone 11.
Yeah.
Jackal.
You sell
yeah.
death to the world as Deathstroke. I'm a businessman.
But that first slap is one thing, but that backhand was another, man. I'm like, man, he should have, he
Backhand
should have
was the
nailed.
pimp slap.
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. I would have
They
nailed it
are
to the
prepping
wall, man.
these hoes into thinking that they could deal with any man. Look,
Yep.
Deathstroke was able to get away with it. Yeah, it's a fucking cartoon.
man,
Fucking
Mhm.
animated series. Yeah.
man. To be honest, man, this could have been called Deathstroke Niggas and Demons.
Yeah.
That
Mhm.
would have been
Deathstroke for
perfect
life.
time.
Deathstroke for life.
This would have
Deathstroke
been
for
Deathstroke
life.
and Deathstroke and hoes, dropping kids and Deathstroke and hoes.
Stroke gang, nigga. Stroke gang.
but yeah, it was crazy. She still had no
Dropping super, dropping superpower kids with Deathstroke.
she still had no appreciation, even though he went and got the kid back. She immediately still talked bad to him after you done got your ass whooped, and this man done went and done what you couldn't do. And so she pretty much pushed him out the kid's life. So after that, we see him going on his little anti-hero deal. He's freeing Asian women out of ship cargoes and all that shit, killing the dudes.
Good man,
Doing
good
this.
man, good
Hey,
man.
doing
That
all
black
this
hair
sex
could have ended
trafficking.
up in the wrong hands.
but not only the black hair in the wrong hands, but we can go back to what we talked about earlier with blondes, that big old man thing that was fucking fighting him.
That's right. I forgot about that
That
one.
was a chick. That wasn't a dude. That was a chick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it
Well,
was both.
no,
It was in between.
no, it was kind of like the swastika titties woman on like the second, the Dark Knight Returns. When Batman was fighting in that fucking old woman outfit. Yeah,
Yeah. Sure enough.
Ah!
Sure enough.
same
Yeah, sure
bitch,
enough.
same bitch, same
Yep.
bitch.
Yep.
That's right. They
Yeah.
had that big woman giving and work there for a minute, man.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I like how she
And
got
he-
it too at the end of that fight though too. That's
Oh yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
that grenade in the mouth, that's the perfect shut up bitch if I ever seen one.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Ain't no
God.
more talking after that one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That,
that
that,
was
that,
great.
that was the perfect shut up bitch. Just stick it in your mouth and blow your head off. That's how it
Right.
worked.
And so we get another cut scene. So now comes back to her, his ex-wife. She's pretty much calling, telling need. Or was it? Oh no, he met with her.
In
And
the park.
somebody else, yeah, he gets a call from the Hive Queen, telling they've got his son, and years have gone by. He's a teenager now, a lot bigger, and hey, lo and behold, the kid got powers because of his DNA being altered because of the experiment and everything. So he goes to meet with Addie, and she didn't know she had apparently put him in some boarding school for what she said was his own good. It did not end up being for his own good.
Can we pause
And
here real quick?
go
Just
ahead.
real quick. And that right there shows you the
Oh
absolute
my God. In that
fallacy of that
fucking
character.
park.
The fact that
And,
she
and it,
went through the fact that she gave him so much fucking grief about saving that kid, protecting that kid. What did she do as soon as she get the kid? Send him away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was
damn, yeah,
insane.
damn, yeah. What
That
the
was,
fuck?
that was insane.
Yeah.
All the grief she gave him about getting the son back, getting him out of their life, and protecting him and keeping him safe. As soon as she gets the kid, she sent him to boarding school, send him away. Chick shit,
oh,
right out the gate.
and yeah, and here's the other thing. Why did nobody call the police? Nobody seemed starstruck or nothing. That she like put this dude down on the ground and everybody just stood there and like nobody said nothing.
Right.
Nope.
Well, I
Nope.
mean, more importantly, I mean, she didn't even know the boy was gone.
And that's the point I was trying to make. That's the state of the women now. They just ditch their kids, man. They don't give a fuck about what's going on. They don't check out what's happening with them. It's out of sight, out of mind. I can go live my life the way I want to.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
why I paused to bring that up, because like I said, it was just insane. The first 20 minutes of the movie ain't nothing but about that kid. Save that kid, save that kid, save that kid. You better do right or I'm gonna F you up, yada yada, the whole 9 yards. But as soon
And
as she get the
then
kid,
fuck them
the next
kids.
thing we see, exactly. As soon as she get him, fuck him and send him off to boarding school. Just like that.
I'm gonna go live my life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna live my
Exactly.
best life. My best life. Best life.
Mhm.
That's
And you
it.
can't you
Smile.
and you can't tell me you can't see that reality in real life, man.
Exactly.
I got my investment property and now it's time to go party.
That's right.
You know she got the house and some money, so now
Oh, of
send the
course
kid
she
off
did.
and she can go party. That's all that is. And we know
House paid off in cash.
and we know she
Yeah,
got the
she should
house
be like,
because at the end of it she was still in it.
she was
Yeah.
like, how much dick does freedom buy me? Yeah, man, she
Mhm.
wasn't trying to hear that shit.
Right.
She
Right.
did. She went there and she was like, look, man, you're gonna go stay with some friends of mine in another country. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
She
Yeah,
sent him out the country,
yeah.
Yep.
and
You're gonna
then
be
didn't even
alright.
check
You're
up
gonna
on
be
him.
alright. Yeah,
Not
they're
really. Not
friends of
really.
mine. I known these people for years. They're great people. Some Donald Trump shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm not coming back. Bye, nigga. Bye, nigga. Bye.
And
Yep.
and and
Credit
and
card turned off. Just leave them there, man. Just leave them there.
and to add insult to injury, you sitting there, you know your ex-husband is now an assassin. You know there are people after him. You really gonna send your kid away where you can't keep an eye on him? Come on now. She didn't give a fuck. She didn't give a fuck. She didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
It
kid,
was. It
the,
was.
the kid, the kid, just like in every other scenario, was just a tool to get at the dude to make him feel bad for whatever she's going through.
Oh
And as soon
yeah.
as and as soon as that tool and as soon as that tool was no longer needed, what did she do? Send it away.
Oh. Oh yeah. And yeah, it was all messed up. So it was the bad part. She just sent him off. That way she can go live her best life, and
Hmm.
didn't even stay in contact. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It
But
was
I
crazy.
had to I had to point that out. That caught me real good. I
Yeah.
had to point that out.
Yeah, that was a
we
good
just
point
lost
to bring up.
we just lost MOT.
Yeah, ain't no telling. He's up there in the Northeast somewhere, so ain't no telling. He probably
Oh yeah,
lost
yeah.
signal for a minute. He'll probably be back. But
Uh,
yeah, it was straight up crazy. That's why I said, man, this shit came straight out of the hood, and I didn't even think about it because I ain't never been married. I ain't trying to get married. How this shit would hit home for a lot of you married niggas out there. I just been through this drama and done been divorced. Had these problems with your old crazy lady and all that shit. Um,
mhm.
I didn't even think about that because I ain't been through it and don't want to.
Yup.
Hey, I
Sure,
imagine.
sure don't.
Ah,
Sure
there you go.
don't.
You're back. Excellent.
Yeah,
But yeah, yeah. But like I said, I caught that. I mean, that one stuck with me. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'm calling that one out for sure.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
that is straight chick shit.
yeah, yeah.
Straight chick shit.
But yeah, and so moving forward, we get to the scene where he's got to go get his kid again. So
Mm-hmm.
he calls his homeboy up that helped him kind of harness his abilities and all that
Jeeves,
stuff.
Jeeves, Black Jeeves.
Yeah, the Black Jeeves. Yeah, that's it. The Black
Mm-hmm.
Jeeves. The Black Alfred, Black Jeeves, whichever.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
don't matter.
yeah.
So yeah, he called his partner up. Hey, he's pretty
Yeah.
much he's been the godfather throughout all this. To little Joe, and
What?
so they
Yeah. Well,
going to
they
go.
then they race swapped that character.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's. But yeah, it was great. So he flying the plane. He got a high quality jet, a fighter jet, boy. So they going to go back. They going to go get the boy. And but before that, so I forgot during the middle of all this drama,
Oh
old
yeah.
baby mama got to kiss him, before he go.
Mm-hmm.
They love that struggle love, so they gotta
Oh
during the middle of the drama, so she gotta kiss him. So
Mm-hmm.
they going to go get the boy back, and so he goes, drops him off in the ocean. He gets through some enemies, and then he ends up getting to the one lady here who she's supposed to be a pretty much badass, and he kind of surrenders that way he can get to the inside and find out where his son is inside this high facility. He gets in there, he meets the queen, and pretty much they have their little spiel, and they get to talking about how they're going to turn him into this weapon, and yeah, because of the power that he has, and I guess they just want to do it in front of him, make do it in front of him, and he finds out, his son, he's talking to him telepathically, tells him to save him, ends up putting that little mine on the glass, blows it up, getting them out of there. They're both taking people out to get out of there. He tells them that he knows how to get out of there. They get to this one pad, and he's calling for his partner, the Black G's, and get there, and He tells him he ain't coming, Dad. Like, huh? I just heard him. Now you heard what I wanted you to hear. It's like, uh-oh. So we got the plot. We got the plot twist here. So ends up he finds out that they done set him up.
She's my sister.
Yeah, he tells him, that that's his sister.
And we killed 30 people for this plot twist, bitch.
Right. They done killed all kind of people. And for nothing. Well, my bad to take you out. That's what it's all about, to take you out. And so lets him know, hey, look, yep, you heard what I wanted you to hear, Daddy. He ain't coming. So they shoot him. Then the old Asian lady push him off into the water. Find out, baby mama go and get him out, fish him out the water, bring him up on this boat. That somehow she probably, she been turning black flips with a dude that's in the government or something like that. Get this favor come out because this is a high class, high value boat. And
Okay. Let's stop right here.
Uh-oh.
She was surprised that he was a mercenary. We're surprised she has all this access to this high tech fucking equipment that nobody really trying to go into. How the bitch who is not a mercenary get access to all this high tech military equipment?
Right.
Nobody asking any questions.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
That's why I said turning backflips.
Actually, in the beginning of the movie, if you remember when the jackal was fighting her in the house, and he made that comment about you used to be somebody who used to be good. Remember, he said that she belonged to Team 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now in the comics, Team 7 is the highest and most elite fighting combat unit in DC Comics. It used to belong to Jim Lee, Wildstorm Studios, Image Comics, all that good stuff. So my assumption is because of that association with Team 7, they're supposed to be cream of the crop. They're above Navy SEALs, they're above Green Berets. I mean, they're the top of the line. So I'm assuming her connections got her that. That's where I went with it. But that's because I know the history of that team. So.
Oh, okay.
Got you. Oh, and to answer your question, checking for you on what's Deathstroke's special power. Does he have any abilities? What it is he's pretty much he's pretty much Deadpool regeneration.
Well, actually, Deadpool's him, but yeah. But he has heightened speed, heightened reflexes, heightened strength, healing factor. Actually, in the comics, he's immortal. Because of that healing factor, kind of like Wolverine, can't kill him.
Yeah.
And then he's got combat fighting skills above and beyond the norm, so on and so forth. So.
Right.
Well, they still wanted to kill him and throw him off a cliff when they could have dismembered him, shipped this motherfucker all over. Never mind. Go ahead, man. Don't worry.
Yeah.
The same way.
I agree.
The same way.
I agree.
I was getting ready to say I agree. I agree 100%, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's terrible execution on killing a maniac fucking with the head's healing power, letting him fall off a cliff. Hell no.
Yeah.
Well, especially considering Lady Shiva was there, because I was totally confused on how they represented her, because that's not her character in any capacity.
Well, I don't know. You talking about Hive, a $1 billion criminal syndicate corporation? Man, you could have launched this motherfucker off into space.
They could have World War Hulk this nigga, man.
Yeah, right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Because, like I said, that's the way they portrayed Lady Shiva, the Asian chick with the swords, in the movie. That's not her in the book. Man, she would have Shawshank Redemption them, cut them in pieces, and shipped them off to different parts of the world. That's how that would have went. But they didn't do that in the movie. I don't know why.
Man, I would have launched him into space. Bye. Ain't no coming back from that. I don't know. It's different. But yeah. So like we talk about there, it was pretty much crazy, especially, her just being able to get this access out of nowhere, and then just the execution on trying to kill him was just straight dumb and terrible. But yeah, so baby mama fishes him out of the water, and he asks, pretty much how you find me, and she lets it be known, yeah, that kiss, it ingested a tracker in his body and all that, all that bullshit, and
Kiss trackers.
yeah,
Okay.
kiss tracker, yeah, pretty much.
Mhm.
So good old Uncle G's come through with the ship. They get on the ship though, so she just blows this $500,000 boat up like it ain't shit. And they get on there. So they have to go back and regroup, and they're looking at some video footage they got, of them uh, of the two kids, of Rose and Joseph, who's now called Jericho. That's right. And you find out that they had met telepathically while he was in boarding school. Yeah, while Mama had just done shipped him off to be by herself. so, so it's her fault this shit happened now. And they're arguing in the middle of it, and oh geez, he said, excuse me. They're like, what? He said, I just wanted to say thank you for reminding me on why I've been a bachelor for so long.
That's
My man.
that right there. That is one of two of the best quotes out of that whole movie.
Yeah.
That's the first one. The second one's coming a little later, but that right there, that was one of the two best quotes in that movie.
That shit was great, boy.
And he shut them down too. He shut them down. They didn't say nothing else after that.
Yeah, when nothing else be said, so they get back to it, and they're arguing. They were arguing about it, and she hugs him. They hug, so both sister and brother hugging each other. They got a video of it, and he's like, are you sure that isn't love? That's what old Uncle G says to him, and they, so now they see that, hey, she does love him, and because they were arguing about the simple fact, he didn't know he had a kid with Rose, that piece of tail he got when he was in Dubai or wherever it was, when he went out overseas. Hey, the woman had a kid, and it ended up being her, old Joseph's older sister, and so who has been taken in and raised by his own nemesis, good old the Jackal. The Jackal found her so he could use her, and for his plan he has to want to take over the world. Yeah, so he didn't die, and so he's using the kids with their mental abilities to be able to pretty much, take over the world with Jericho's mental abilities, get in everybody's mind and control them to do all the leadership to do what they want. He's been in hiding up until now. He's starting to come out because in a few days, in about a week, it's time to go ahead and get this thing together. So they started chaos everywhere, especially in the States, especially in the United States. And it's going crazy. The president ain't even there. He's up in Air Force One. So they got this brilliant plan. They're going to start with the president. And the thing here is, they're going to take it over. They're going to board the ship. But damn, Air Force One ain't got no fucking armed pilots nowhere. It's just up there alone by itself. No armed escorts. That shit right there was just, that made no sense whatsoever. I mean, I know what two military
even
guys
even after 9/11,
right?
When the president was still able to fly around, the motherfucker had two F-16 fighter escorts. Everywhere he goes, like it don't make sense.
Actually, I'll go you one better. Even if you remove the 9/11 aspect and you just look at the movie, we had the White House, bridges, and a couple of other things bombed. Why wouldn't there be an armed escort with Air Force One?
Right.
The country is literally under attack. I mean, just focus on the movie itself. They're showing news reports of the country being attacked by bombings, and yet they got him in the air with no armed military escort. That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. That made no sense. No sense at all.
Right. And the president, they got him like a heavy set Bill Clinton, but he a badass too because he want to go back to the country. He want to land. They got him halfway talking like Donald Trump, but they got the one lady in there talking shit to him too.
Uh, well, here's the thing. Well, on Air Force One, they do have an escape pod.
Right.
They do. So yeah.
But that was just crazy, So they come in with ease take over the take over Air Force One, but lo and behold, of course, you got Deathstroke, his wifey, and Uncle G's on the scene here to take him out, to take out the big one and the other 2 or 3 little planes that are trying to force their way on the Air Force One. And but while this is going on, the kids decided, hey, look, fuck this shit. We gonna turn on the jack and we gonna take him over. And we gonna run this operation. But shit, they try and do it. He had already had his armor upgrade and had an old mental block put on there, so he beat the hell out of both the kids. And they gonna kill him. And Lady Shiva gonna help. But before all that happens, they Deathstroke and his, baby mama, they take out the fighter planes that Jackal had brought with him. So they board his plane, and they get they notice what's going on. So they pretty much opened up to let him in. While Lady Shiva has her swords to the kids, and Deathstroke, yeah, pretty much, he trying to be good daddy now. Hey, look, don't kill my kids.
Again,
I ain't got shit to do
no
with
Justice League.
Right.
No Justice League.
Yeah, the Justice League is nowhere to be found. So he's
PTO. They on PTO.
Yeah, you would have thought Superman would have been there to help. The president is under attack. Air Force One is under attack. No Superman, no Batman, no Martian Manhunter. Nobody.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I'm getting the impression that these new movies, they're doing isolated stories where it's not a shared universe yet.
Right.
So.
But I would think the president of the United States would kind of. Can I talk to the guy in Metropolis with the little flying? Yeah, can you go get the president? Yeah. Not a big deal. We know who you are.
No. I agree. I just don't think they're doing that yet. Where all of them exist in the same universe.
I don't know because I think this is still before. No, this is after Apocalypse, isn't it?
Yeah. All this is after Apocalypse because the closest thing we got to it was Man of Tomorrow, where there was 2 references to Batman, but outside of that. Everything from Deathstroke gives the interpretation that this is only him in that universe and the rest of the superheroes don't exist.
Or they just haven't created the Justice League yet. You're right.
Well, if that's the case, then I got to go with MOT. There might not be a Justice League, but there sure as hell is Superman. Why he ain't?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But if it's a standalone, then I get why there's no Superman. But if they're gonna bleed them in together, they're gonna have to figure out how to explain that. Like MOT said later on. So,
Aegon,
hold on, sister. What?
You said you had a question.
Oh, Dad, you heard that? Damn, got good ears. Remember when Deathstroke went into that casino type thing? And it was before he killed the
Oh yeah, we talked about that with the big giant female muscular chick.
No.
That was beating him up.
No, not that part. After. It was before that when he went into the casino before he no, it was a casino part where he saw that that dictator again after he shaved his mustache.
Oh, okay, the one he let take over.
Yeah, and he was like, he don't work for Hive no more. Was that woman?
No, that was a different guy. Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
didn't
Yeah,
live in
yeah,
no casino. He went to his home, I thought.
He went to his home,
yeah.
but it was a scene before that where it was these three women. There was one woman in the middle of like a craps table, and there was two women that was like orange, like they were like kind of like alphabet somewhat, and they were all feminine chicks. Was that middle chick? Was that that magician chick who works with the Justice League before?
Talking about Zatanna.
Yeah, they looked like Zatanna. They looked like Zatanna. She was like it was two other girls like fawning on her.
No, it did. It did look like her.
Because
I don't know.
Zatanna wasn't always with the league because she played just the trying to get money role.
Right.
And I was wondering if that was her.
Well, I mean, they didn't say if it was, but it did look like her. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I was asking to see if anybody saw that. So I was like, that like Zatanna.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't remember. Didn't notice that. I just remembered him going to that guy's office, and well, actually, the lady going there and her closing the door, and then him being behind the door. But yeah, you're right.
Right.
The scene was real quick. It was real quick.
It was.
I don't even think it was a full 5 seconds. So to be honest with you, it's like the camera panned across them and then it was right back into the story.
That's right, because he approached her.
Yeah, he approached her and she just looked at him and then went to to where that dude was.
That's right. I'm not sure if it was her or if it's just that was the attire of I forgot the dealer.
Okay. What part of the movie are we on now?
We're at the plane with the president.
Yeah, we're at the plane where they boarded and they're trying to get the kids back.
Okay. Is it okay if I backtrack a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Wasn't it funny when after Deathstroke's Asian daughter did all that rumbling and she had like a bag of cash, that's when the fucking jackal showed up? Like he couldn't have fucking saved her before she rumbled.
Yeah.
Like he's like
about the flashback.
Yeah, he's like I saved you. I'm like, damn, well, she kind of just saved herself with that big bag of fucking money. Like she about to change her life right now. And then he's just like, I got you.
But he gave her direction though. It's like what a pimp do. That's like what a pimp do with a hoe. She ain't got no direction to be disciplined out there. So that's what he was.
True.
And that dude she was fighting, man, ain't got no head no more. I know that. That was pure splatter right there, boy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, so it just goes to show, I guess, that Hive been around a while and they have been having their eyes on things. So,
and it really, I think I said this. I might have said this like when they already had established that basically it was what it was. Well, he had him having a side daughter, and this fucking his real wife kept picking at that shit.
Yeah,
and then the funny thing about it, she abandoned his son by giving him to other people, but she kept coming at like the fact that he had a kid with a side woman that he didn't know about. And she's like, did you love her? I'm like, bitch, you ain't with this nigga. What the fuck do you care for? And it just shows that's how women really are.
Wait, hold on.
Know.
I had brought that up. I had brought that up earlier about her ditching the son. About her ditching the son. But it's what am I looking for? It's one of those scenarios where it's funny because if that had been reversed and she had got knocked up by a dude, she'd be bitching at him to stay and help raise the kid even though it ain't his.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you backtracked because it made me think of a point that I wanted to bring up. The fact when they were arguing about that shit, and he said, you told me to leave. She basically came out and said, look, I just did that shit, but I didn't really want you to leave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
how come you didn't fight to come back? That's what she said.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when you add it up, she did it at least 3 separate occasions.
Right.
She did it. She did it in the beginning when she first found out who he was. She did it again in the park. She did it again when she saved him out of the water, and that's when Wintergreen had made that comment about I'm thankful I'm not married. I mean, she just wasn't letting it go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because she was hurt. She didn't want him to leave. She wanted. They got this whole mentality. You got to fight to be able to stay around, to stay in a situation with them.
Exactly.
I mean, that was the whole mentality.
And I tell you something else. It's going to get flipped at the end. When we get to the end, I'm going to explain you how they flipped that because
Yeah,
it's grimy. To me, it was grimy, but yeah, they flipped it at the end.
yeah.
But when we get there, I'll bring that back.
And like even her kiss was on some bullshit.
Exactly. Yeah,
Cause
just to put a
again,
tracer on him.
Yeah.
yeah, that shit crazy. Like they like on some real. When you think about it, it's like,
It
man,
was a little bit on some bullshit because here's the thing. Look, she done hit the wall now. Ain't nobody else gonna take her.
right. I guess. No, I'm
It
agreeing to
ain't
that.
all bullshit, but ain't nobody else gonna take her. She ain't got
No,
no
no,
choice.
no.
And she
I'm
wants some of that good love, and she ain't got no choice but to come on back to old Deathstroke.
agree. What I'm saying is that I'm not gonna put a number on it. I'm just say plain what it is. I'm gonna split it up.
Gotcha.
But women don't do anything that's not for their benefit. It's always for them.
And only about them.
Well, the interesting part is okay. I would say both men and women act in their best interest. There's no question to that. I
True.
Right.
think I think the difference is that where men are concerned, there are moments where we can override that aspect to achieve greater things, to be better, to do better. For
Well,
them, it's just that and nothing else. They don't know how to be anything else.
the,
Does that
the
make
thing
sense?
is, the thing is with men, whenever men do it, they create whatever it is they want to create. Sure, they want the biggest slice of the pie, but there's other people that are gonna get something out of this too. But
Exactly,
with women,
exactly. It's all or nothing.
it's all. I'm getting all of this shit. I'm getting all
Mhm.
of it.
If I can't get all of it, then I'm going to destroy it before anybody
It's
else can.
right. It's instead of doing it from a sense of where look, I'm just gonna give you just enough to keep coming back for more. Now, I want it all. I don't want to give you shit, but I still want you coming back for more. This shit don't make no motherfucking sense.
Yeah, yeah, because the average man, if he didn't get anything, the average man would get up, knock the dust off of him, and go, okay, I'm just going to have to try harder. That's the general response from the average man. But you're not going to get that kind of response. To get that from a woman, that's not average. That's above average for a woman because it's just not what they do. Either it's theirs or it's nobody's. It's no different than when you get divorced. They tell you they don't want you, but yet they want to be all in your business when you're with somebody else.
They don't want
But if you
nobody else to want you.
exactly, and I've had taste of that many a times. It's crazy, but that's just what they do.
Yeah.
So that's it. So as far as it goes for that aspect of the movie and her, that's just how I interpret it in that respect.
Right. You good, Smooth? You got anything else to go here, brother?
Nah, man, I'm just soaking up the game, man. Cause I'm glad that we all see it the same way, man. Cause y'all know I'm actually new to this reviewing and stuff, man. But
Man,
I'm
I am
glad
too.
that y'all saw everything that I would see this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Yeah.
yeah,
The only thing you got
it
to ask now
just
is what type of game is going to make Addie bow down. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
She ain't gonna ever bow down, but she gonna get her ass whooped and then want somebody to come fight for her ass again.
Oh yeah,
But
and the
but
first person she gonna call is Slade, no question.
yeah, yeah, hey. Here's the thing. Like I said, to what Agon was trying to say, she ain't got no choice but to go back to him because the simple fact she's old and busted, masculine as hell. Don't nobody want it now. The only one that's gonna take it is him.
Hmm.
yeah,
And
yeah,
truth be told, he might think he's doing it for love, but it's not love, it's nostalgia.
facts.
yeah.
You get caught up in that
For the
emotional
good
history
old
you have with
times.
exactly. You get caught up in the emotional history and memories of what once was. So that, and because that's really how women get us. They get us off nostalgia when they break up from us and have us to come, and get hooked back up with us. It's nostalgia. It's remembering the good times we had, the good moments, the good sex, whatever it is. But that's how they play on us.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
and those are those moments where I always talk about maintaining your male frame, because as soon as they start doing that, they're turning you into an emotional creature, and that's not our nature. So we need to like work past that.
Yeah, that's why I said, boy, Deathstroke, this shit was straight out the hood, baby.
Yeah, it
It was
was. It
straight
was.
out the hood. But yeah, so so we in the plane, the fight breaks out. Um
Oh,
Deathstroke is oh, what's
wait.
going on?
You're not gonna talk about how they landed on the plane and she almost bought the farm flying off that motherfucker.
Ah, yeah, that's right. When they try to do that, hey, she that
She all hardcore,
motherfucker
but
ass bounce, boy. That motherfucker
yeah,
all, yeah,
she all
she
hardcore. She
almost
know
had
what
a
she can
hard
do.
landing, boy.
Yeah, she all hardcore. She know what she can do. She don't need no help, but she damn near flew off the edge of that plane for sure.
Yeah, she had a hard
Oh,
bounce. She did. She had a hard bounce in it.
shit.
That
Yeah.
motherfucker didn't think that landing
That
good
shit
with them
gave
feet.
up on her.
No, he didn't give up. He just had his own problems to worry about.
Because I
She
have
went
a
on
question
pick
for
and roll,
MOT.
man. She went on pick and roll.
Yeah, because I got a question for MOT. Now here
Yeah.
she is talking about how she's military trained. She was his commander. She don't need no help. She know what the fuck she doing. Yada yada yada. We got three things. The first two are problems. One, she bounced off that plane like she was gonna fly off that motherfucker. Number two, when she grabbed the edge, one of her handhelds broke, which means she didn't even test her own
It
fucking equipment.
malfunctioned.
She didn't even
Yeah.
test her equipment before she left, which we all know we're supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying? Tell me you did not see that as a massive fucking failure of a quote
And
unquote commander.
not only that, but the planes go 400 and 500 miles an hour. So if she bounced, she would be on the ground. There is
Exactly.
no staying conscious. Well, maybe slave, but not no regular ass bitch. Like this is shit I'm talking about, man. Like she should have been off of that fucking plane, parachuting to the ground. She should have been out of there for the rest of
Yep.
the movie.
Hey,
Yep.
you know the thing is, hey, the thing that keep what you question, here's the thing. She freaking, I mean, she's been out over 10 years. She ain't been doing it in 10 years.
So I still
So
know how to do my shit.
She
I'm
still
just
thinks she
saying,
fresh. She still
huh?
thinks she fresh.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's one thing to still know how to do it. But hey, look, you old now, and you ain't done that shit in a while. Shit.
I mean, she fucking planking off the side of the fucking plane and shit. Her fucking personal magneto going out on one of the hands and shit. Like, come
Yeah.
on, girl. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You
So
should
so
have kept
so
your
so
ass
you
at
was
home.
exactly. You didn't check your equipment. You didn't make sure your shit is straight. And you gonna go out there, man. Come on, man. That's how you get the rest of the team killed. Stop playing.
But they let her save the day and all that shit. They let her have a redeeming moment. I guess they had a Kathleen Kennedy moment. They wrote something in there for a good. And but so why is she fucking up? She's supposed to be helping Deathstroke. Deathstroke got to do it all on his own. He got to take out all three bad guys.
And even
And
when she took out, and even when she did come step up, she still got it wrong. When she blew up the plane with the rocket, when she first lit it, she didn't stabilize herself, fell into the fin. You know what
right,
I'm saying? And then had to get back up and step forward to shoot it one more time, mind
right.
you, without aiming. But
That's what happened the first time. She didn't stabilize it, but fucking shit when she landed. That's why she bounced.
Mhm. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it was, and that's why the other one malfunctioned because hell, she hit the motherfucker too damn hard. So, but yeah, that was funny. Yeah, she almost had a human pancake.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I had to hit that one too
Yeah, I
because that
forgot
was
about.
funny.
Yeah, that's funny. It was. But yeah, so they ate finally. They open up. They open up the berth for him to get in the plane, and they climb down the ladder and all that to get in there. And so I went there and see that she was got a sword to the kids, and uh oh gosh, oh man, you know what? I'm forgetting about all of that. I
About
skipped
what?
over another part, man. I can't believe I forgot about that.
What?
Just to find out where they were. I forgot he had to go see Bronze Tiger again.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, he had to
Took
go
his
see
took
Bronze
it to
Tiger.
took his arm again.
Yeah, yeah. Bronze Tiger got a new arm this time. Yeah, yeah.
Well, he
That
got
was
well,
that was
he
a good
got
little scene.
well, he got more than that after they dropped that little present on him after they flew away.
Ah, yeah. It was funny, yeah, because Deathstroke would come in there. They had been trying out their new arms as far as with explosives and rockets and everything. And Bronze Tiger had him a little toy, his little rebel camp that his little militia he's done created. But yeah, I forgot about that. He pretty much he tore the place up. Deathstroke did it to get the information he needed, and then took off took off Bronze Tiger's new arm this time, and he blew it. And they were gonna try and blow the plane up. He said, "Let him go. Where he's going, he's got worse coming. He ain't gonna make it out
He's
of there."
not coming back. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look.
Yeah.
Did this thing, you seen him drop that old rocket on him. He's like, "Oh shit!"
You say you.
Yeah, we
Hey,
should
you
have
ain't
blew his
going
ass
nowhere.
up.
hmm I have a question for the panel about that, about Bronze Tiger.
Right.
Now, in the beginning, he took Bronze Tiger's arm the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And in this scene, he took it a second time. Now, I might be reaching. And if I am, everybody let me know. But I'm not sure. Considering that Wintergreen and Bronze Tiger are the only two black male characters, and Wintergreen himself is a race swapped one, so I don't really count him. But looking at Bronze Tiger and how Deathstroke crippled him twice, is that is that is that is that a commentary on how they see us as black men, just crippled, unable to be able to do anything, can't succeed at nothing, yada yada. And like I said, I might be reaching, but it crossed my mind, so I wanted to throw that out there and see what everybody thought.
Can I go first?
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. You go first. I gotta go first.
I didn't I didn't look at it like that, but I watched it again to see if I see it. Wintergreen to me played like the Morgan Freeman role, or the roadie, like Tony Stark's roadie.
He was Alfred.
Yeah. That type of character, and he actually aged a lot because he fucking wasn't a mutant and shit like that. But the weird thing about Bronze Tiger to me was that he got his arm sliced off, which was cool. Then he got a replacement. Then I thought he got the other arm cut off because I swore blood came out. But then as they sliced, the metal arm came off. It was weird.
Both. No, it was both.
It cut into the nub of that arm. But he cut through it. He cut into the metal part and into the nub.
Oh no! Well, okay. So he didn't cut the regular arm at all.
Right.
Because I swore that he cut into the nub. That's why blood came out. Okay. I was like, what the fuck?
He caught the nub of it, and where he caught the nub is where a little bit of the blood came out that you saw.
And he used some electricity and shit like that. I mean, electricity came out because the mechanical arm,
right,
electrical arm.
Yeah.
I'm going back to what you're saying. I didn't see it like that, and I'm not going to be concrete on it because they killed Jade, and normally they prop the women up, the black women up above the black men on a lot of these. On a lot of shit, but they didn't really do that here. Like they kind of just went with straight storyline from what I perceived as my first time watching it, and I let somebody else go.
I'm gonna let somebody else go because I do have I got a little bit more to it.
All right. So if you compare the Bronze Tigers, the Bronze Tiger in this movie versus the Bronze Tiger in the movie where the Reverse Flash was getting, I think it was Attack on Arkham or some shit.
Oh, it was Assault on Arkham.
Assault on Arkham. Okay, so if you compare both of the Bronze Tigers, this one is a hell of a lot more incompetent than the one that was in that movie. So it was a step down and a step back for Bronze Tiger. Because he's supposed to be one of the best martial artist fighters in the fucking world, and he definitely didn't show that shit in none of this movie.
Yeah, he's in the top 4 in the DC universe. Yeah.
Top 4.
Oh yeah. The number 1 is Lady Shiva. The second one after that is Connor Queen. The third one, I can't remember who the third one was, but the fourth one was Bronze Tiger. It was a 5-part miniseries in the comics called Brotherhood of the Fist.
Damn.
It's from
I
1998.
thought the ancient was God. I thought the
Well,
ancient would be higher than him.
the ancient one is no longer around. If he was, then I'm assuming he
Okay.
would be.
Okay, because
But
I know he was the I know he Batman couldn't even beat him hand to hand.
yeah, you're talking about not the ancient one. The ancient one is Doctor Strange. You're talking about the Sensei from the League of
Yeah,
Assassins.
Sensei. That's what I meant. Sensei. I said ancient. I
Yeah.
meant seeing Sensei. Yeah.
Oh no,
Right.
it's cool. It's cool. Um, but um, but the thing is that do you and I'm talking to MOT here. But do you think there's any validity in what I said about it being a commentary on us or no?
Yes, that version of Bronze Tiger, yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right.
I
What
mean,
about you,
because
Smooth?
he lost
Oh,
his
I'm sorry.
hand for two incompetent fucking reasons that he should have seen coming.
Yeah, yeah, because it was. I mean, you once you fight somebody, you especially on that high end of fighting styles, you learn what they're doing to some degree and how they move. But the fact that
And
it
why would
happened,
he end up with another terrorist or all right,
yeah, and that's why I asked because because they kept showing him getting his arm off, and I was wondering, okay, so is that supposed to be a commentary about black men not being able to be smart, not being able, always being, one hand short for achieving anything? Just those kind of thoughts ran through my mind, and I was just curious if I was just overthinking it.
Okay. And for me, um, maybe just on the Bronze Tiger point, you would be correct. Here's why I kind of have to go. I'm not so sure because Jade was black too,
Right, right,
and we know that is the Jackal's daughter.
right.
so Jackal has to be black then.
Yeah.
All right.
Eh,
That was his
well,
daughter.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that fight that black female fighting. Yeah, that was his daughter. It could be and it couldn't be, but that's something else that bleeds in the comics. So I want to
Gotcha.
do the movie. I want to do the movie right now. So
Yeah.
it could be he's black in the film, and in the comics he's not. It could work either way.
Right. Right.
Especially since they never showed him without the suit. So
Yeah. True. True. But yeah, it led me to believe that he was. So which in that instance, they did right by the Jackal because he was prepared to shit.
yeah.
um, yeah, as we see when it gets to the fight scene, where the kids they tried to take him over, and he had his new helmet, retro. He had a new helmet, and it was it came with mental blockers in there to be able to turn their powers against them. And he got an upgrade with the electrical shock that he had from before, where he shocked the shit out of Addie.
Well, actually,
And
he was using Jericho's powers. He said
oh, okay, so it was
because
I
yeah.
guess it took that electrical deal and amplified it with it. Maybe I don't know.
Well, I know he made a comment when Rose turned on him that it took his technicians 8 months to
Yeah,
redesign his suit to be able to absorb this ionic energy from Jericho. So that's what he was
that's
using.
right. Is it? Yes, right. It did. So I guess it was probably both, a combination of absorbing that and using it as well as because I seen the little electrical deal with it too. So that's why I was wondering.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not mad. If I could get away with both, I'd take them.
Yeah, and so the fight ensued. You got Lady Shiva and Baby Mama going. They going toe to toe, and then you got Deathstroke and no, not Bronze Tiger. Shoot,
Jackal,
the Jackal
Jackal.
going toe to toe, and this helmet is it's a lot sturdier and stronger than what he had before. So these punches ain't getting through too good that Deathstroke is letting out, and so he's getting the better Deathstroke through this fight, and they got Addie holding on there for a while with Lady Shiva until the table kind of turns and she rams that sword through her shoulder, and so then Rose, she looks and sees this and picks up Lady Shiva's other sword, runs it straight back through the back of her neck. It comes out her throat, and so they go to try and help Deathstroke, and um, ends up blowing a oh, that's right. The Jackal blows a hole through the through the hull of the ship, and it sucks both of them out.
Well, Slade did that because he was just about to shoot the whole family,
That's
and
right. That's right.
Slade tackled him and turned his arm, and that blew a hole
Yeah,
in
and
the
it blew a
plane.
hole
Yeah.
in the ship. That's right. That's right. And there was so they get sucked out, and they use Jericho to kind of plug the hole using his psionic powers. He said he can hold it
As
for
long as he
I
needs
guess
to.
just as long as for them to be able to land the plane.
And then he got all
So
sappy. He got all sappy. He said, "I was as long as I have to." Then look at his mom and said, "I'm not going to lose you again."
yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
That's bitch attitude.
And
Oh God.
yeah,
Ah.
it
I'm
was
like,
sucking.
I'm like, bitch, you sent me away. I'll push you out that motherfucker.
You the reason why this shit turned out like that.
Okay.
And but yeah, so they go
Can I say
those
something real fast,
yeah,
Eisen?
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Lawrence, the reason why I was kind of hesitant on that thing with Black Tiger, because I mean, with Bronze Tiger was because uh my first encounter with Bronze Tiger was basically through like these DC movies with Suicide Squad, the animated one, and I
Okay.
thought he was such a cool character. So I would think, I mean, they could do some bullshit, make a character good and then fuck him up because of an agenda. But I didn't, for some reason, I didn't feel that way. Because did you see the Suicide Squad animated movie?
No,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
did.
even see that.
Yeah, yeah,
That was decent. I mean, the portrayal of him was pretty decent. It's the closest I've seen him come to the comics, to be honest with you.
okay, yeah,
Um,
yeah. And that was
so
like the main reason.
yeah, yeah. No, yo, man, I love me some Bronze Tiger, man. Bronze Tiger been around since the early '70s. Um, Benjamin Turner's my boy, but it's just that the way they portrayed him in this is radically different than anything I've ever seen before, whether it be
Yeah, me
comics or
neither.
animated, whether it be comics or animated movies. That's why I thought it was an attempt on them making commentary on us in a negative way
Yeah,
because
he
they
was
never
kind of
portrayed
like,
because they never portrayed him that way before. So why do it now?
yeah, they made him like Kano off from Mortal Kombat. Just like a mercenary that knows like it's like two levels of things, but he's not in the know like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because like I said, I mean that's like I said, what I saw in this movie with him like I said, I've seen him in other animated movies. I've seen him in the comics. He's one of the leaders of the Suicide Squad in the comics. I mean, one of the right hand people, man. And like I said, the way they portrayed him this time was just weird, and especially with those Wolverine wannabe claws, he don't even do that. So
Yeah, they
it
did
was,
have him with
yeah,
I noticed that.
it was just weird. Like I said, that's what brought me to that thought process in my head. Are they really doing the character, or are they trying to make commentary on us? Either way, it's not good, in my opinion.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Right. You know what's kind of bugging me also? The Jackal's voice. For some reason, he wasn't convincing me as like a villain. Like Deathstroke's voice was perfect, and Bronze Tiger it kind of fell short. And I don't know if that's Deathstroke's fault because it was so good and spot on. But like the Jackal just seemed like an angry young adult. Like his
Well,
emotions. Is he like that in the comic?
the Jackal.
Yeah, the Jackal. Like he was like he didn't
Well,
seem like.
The Jackal is tricky because okay, it's going to get a little confusing, and I don't mean it to. What you saw in the movie, the Jackal, the person underneath that in the comics is not. How can I put it? When they created the Jackal is really Slade's son, the Ravager, Grant Wilson in the
Hmm.
comics.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Who died early fighting the Teen Titans before Jericho even became a member of the team. So I get what you're saying, but I don't have anything to reference him to unless I reference him in that capacity. Because,
Okay.
like I said, I don't know him as the Jackal. I know him as Grant Wilson, the oldest son, and he was the Ravager. And he had the Hive gave him powers similar to Deathstroke. But unlike Deathstroke, the more he used them, the more he burned out his body, and he died fighting the Titans in Slade's arms, if I remember correctly. And that's like from 1982, 1983 storyline. So
Okay.
yeah, so I mean I'm not trying to drag it out. It's just I can't compare him in any capacity except like that because the Jackal, the only Jackal I know of in the comics is the one that cut Joseph's throat, but it was an Italian mafia businessman, overweight dude in like a green pinstripe suit. He was just a regular dude. So this version they gave in the movie is something brand new I've never seen before.
Okay.
Okay. That all you had? You got some more, Aegon?
No, I'm good. Thanks. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah. I mean, heck, we're right here at the end, anyways. But yeah, so that whole thing goes on, and well, get sucked out through the hole in the ship, and a Jackal and Deathstroke are, they got pulled out at different times. So Deathstroke, I think he's out first. Actually, I can't remember which one, but the Jackal decides, look, he's gonna finish the job, so he starts beating the crap out of him
while falling. That was funny.
Yeah, while falling. Matter of fact, he beats his mask apart.
Yeah.
And he beats that helmet apart, and Deathstroke, he's falling, and his partner, old Jeeves, tried to come back around to get him. Old Alfred, the Black Alpha, tries to come back around to get him, and he's like, I'm gonna make sure this mug did. So he planted that bomb on him. With sticky mind he been using. These sticky minds he been keeping on throughout the whole thing, and it appears it does the job, and a big explosion, and you see everybody sad, and Jeeves couldn't get to him, so it cuts to another scene, where they're at the old rundown house where shit had gotten beaten up and destroyed before, and the girl's there. I guess apparently she'd been staying there a little while. She's getting her stuff together. Well, actually, the boy is getting it. He's getting his stuff together. He sees the book that his dad used to read to him, and he puts it down. Said, he pretty much, ain't no kid no more, so ain't no needing it, and dad's not around either. So you look, and the girl's getting her bag together to leave, and Addie tells her, pretty much your family, that you can stay if you want to. You don't pretty much have to leave. And find it funny, she sent them all. Now she trying to bring them back now. And now she's trying to bring the other roles in too. Bring these killers in the house.
But that was the point. Remember, I told you I was going to come back to it at the end.
Yeah, come on.
That's the point I was going to bring, because she dog slayed out the whole movie for having this chick. But now that the man is dead, she got to take Rose in and initiate her into the sisterhood. She can't just have her out there floating on her own.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? See, I waited for that.
It makes sense now, MOT.
Yeah.
I waited for that one. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, back up just a little bit. Remember, I told you there were the two best quotes in the movie. One of them was Wintergreen with about being a bachelor.
Yeah.
The other one was when the Jackal looked at Rose and called her a gutter snipe. That shit was hilarious.
He did call. Yeah.
I was like, stop playing. He called her a gutter snipe.
Yeah, when they turned, he said, you think I wasn't prepared for this shit?
He called her a gutter snipe. I was like, yeah, there it is, right? Those are the two best quotes of the movie for me. I'm sorry.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
those are the two best. And he also popped out a little words of wisdom while he was explaining himself, when he looked at Rose talking about her relationship with Jericho, talking about she loves him, and he looked at her dead in her face and said, love is nothing but control. He said, love is nothing but control. And I was like, yeah, there it is. There it is. Okay.
That's right. Old Slade was trying to be good daddy there.
Mm-hmm.
In that scene. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's your answer, MOT, for letting the killer off in the house. She got a turner now. She been under male teaching, so now she got a.
Nope. Nah, man, she's still going through that motherfucking. Her and Jericho. Jericho was going to motherfucking convince some bitch to let them stay with them. Nah, man, we ain't bringing that shit off in our house. Nope.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, fine,
Yeah,
Mom. We're both gone. You abandoned me years ago.
We're
but
going to
yeah,
allow some psychic nigga in a female junior version of man. Fuck. Why would you want to bring that in your house? Man,
but
Hey,
like, but like,
look.
but like I said, you can't let her out there on her own. You got to bring her into the sisterhood. You got to train her to dog out men the way she just dogged out her father, man. That's the deal. That's the deal. Because now that he's dead, she gonna talk shit because he ain't there to defend himself.
well, she kind of was dogged out by a guy already, so she's already sisterhood kind of compliant.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
without a doubt. And the
Hmm.
other thing, yeah, she ain't no kind of she did. She turned on him. And then the other thing too is you got to think, hey, this is hood shit. These are niggas. Ain't
Hmm.
nobody trying to let these motherfucking debauched, chaotic people around them. So only people they got to come near are other chaotic people to deal with.
Yep. And it
Yeah,
gets worse from
yeah.
and it gets worse from there because Rose is a mini assassin. Call it for what it is.
Yeah.
Addie is a prior military hard masculine woman. They're gonna emasculate the shit out of that boy, and he's already emasculated. They're gonna
He's
turn him.
already
They,
a soft ass nigga, man.
that's
Like,
what I'm
And
saying. He's already soft. And what
but then you got to take this
and
to
what they're
you
gonna
got.
do? What they're gonna do is they're gonna turn him into the ultimate simp who has the power to make other men simps.
But here's the other thing you got to take to effect too. That motherfucker wild card too. Because of
yeah.
the simple fact, whenever he tap into that damn power, that motherfucker gonna snap at any point. You don't know how far he gonna go. Them
That's
eyes
true.
turn red, boy. It's over.
Which by the way, those red eyes representative of the red pill when you push his ass too far. I'm just saying.
Hey, they should have turned. Hey, they should have turned black because that motherfucker gonna kill everybody, boy. At that point.
Hmm.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Hey, it's a combination of characters. He reminds me of Xavier's son,
Legion.
Oh,
Legion,
Legion. Yeah,
and
Legion.
also
Yeah, but Legion ain't no soft ass dude like
no, it's a combination because I'm not gonna. It ain't always he definitely not a soft ass nigga, but and this other character's not soft either, but his hairstyle reminds me of him also with his ability. X-Man, Nathan Summers, the one that
that. Yeah,
Sinister
Yeah.
made during the Age of
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
Yeah. I remember him.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But what version of Legion are you talking about? The TV show?
The one in the comics where
That
it's
boy was
like
soft. That boy was soft as hell in the comics, man. His alternate personalities that controlled his powers, they were hard, but he was soft as a
oh yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah, yeah. I guess that's what I meant. Like, because remember when he came back to kill Magneto and he ended up killing Xavier? He's like he was
Yeah,
all over the
yeah,
place. It was kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. That's what
Because he had a
he
split.
remind.
He had a split personality. One of them was a little girl, and she was harder than he was.
Right, and a little bit of Proteus too. A little bit of Proteus
mm.
too. It's kind of like that way with the Omega level mutants that's out of their fucking minds.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, David himself, he was soft as all hell. I mean, that motherfucker was jello.
Mm.
But his alternate personalities when they came through, they were the muscle, man. I mean, like I said, even the little girl they showed with what blonde pigtails, little summer dress, and a lollipop. She couldn't have been more than 6, 7 years old, and she was hardcore as a mother. She was killing everybody, man. So she didn't care, but he was
You
soft.
you know, after doing this, it kind of makes me think. I might have to do a review on that Brightburn because when I looked at that boy's eyes when they turned red, whenever his sister made him snapping and killing them motherfuckers too far, it's immediately what it made me think of. I'm like, oh damn, he going Brightburn on these motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's what it looked like, though. That's exactly what it looked like.
Have you seen that shit, MOT?
Was it Black Bright
That
Burn?
Brightburn?
No.
Ah, you gotta check that out. It's basically like, let's say it's Superman. Man, hey, look, if he pretty much got found by a trailer trash, or if he got if or if he the spaceship got dropped off in the hood, how he would turn out with them kind of powers.
Bright Burn, you said?
Get bright
Yeah,
burn.
yeah, Brightburn. Yeah,
It's
Is that
it's,
a?
it's a regular movie.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
shall
yeah,
check that out.
yeah. It's basically hey, if if little Clark Kent, if he didn't get found by, didn't get found by Jonathan and Martha Kent, how fucked up he would be and what he would do. That motherfucker. Woo!
Yeah.
Man.
But you know what was
Oh, my
weird
bad.
though? It was like Jackal had a vendetta against Deathstroke because that was his daughter and he killed her, right?
Right.
But you send your daughter on a trial fight with one of the craziest killers in the world?
Yeah.
Crazy.
You think
Yeah,
she's gonna
yeah.
get beat up?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's exactly how it's supposed to be. That's a commentary on us men. Bitches are disposable. Keep them that way.
Damn.
They
Yeah.
don't mean they don't mean nothing. They don't mean shit. They just here for a minute
On in
and
the game.
and yeah, exactly. And then they out. Just like with us when they do with us. It's just our turn. So if it's just our turn with them, then they're disposable to us. That's all.
That's right.
Right. What do you think it meant when Jackal held that vengeance against
I
that
don't think
vengeance?
that had anything to do with the fact that he killed his daughter. I think it's that he killed his progeny. That's all that was. I don't think it had anything to do with her being a girl. It's just that's his seed. You took it out.
Yeah, yeah, the lineage.
Right, because when you make a kid a killer, you're not really thinking like, oh, this person's gonna live forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't think it had anything to do with the fact that it was a girl. I think it's just that that's his seed, that's his progeny, that's his legacy, and it's the only one he had. So you took it out. You know, the buck
Right.
stops with him now.
Okay, and then he went after his. Well, he went after his
Exactly.
first.
Yeah, because
He
if you think
wanted
about
the
it,
whole family.
yeah, he wanted the whole family. I mean, he wanted Rose more than anybody. Jericho, he wanted to use control to take over the world, but Rose, he was ready to take out with the quickness. You know, pussy for pussy. I mean, I guess, you know. But that's how I interpreted it, unless somebody else got something different.
No, that makes sense.
What was also weird was when Jacko had his hand up ready to kill Rose, and then the wife started shooting bullets at him at his armor, and it bounced off, and then he didn't kill her. It was like that shit didn't even affect. So are we just trying to initiate this fight sequence?
Yeah, pretty
Remember,
much.
That's pretty much all it was. Yeah, it was terrible.
So I think it was a great movie. I think it was a great
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
It's just that it was little things they could have like changed to make it more logical of why they did certain things, but they were trying to push the story along in like like, you know, an hour and 20 minutes. It's kind of hard to do that, I guess. But I had a good time watching it.
Yeah. I
Yeah, I
thought it
like
was
it. I like it.
I thought it was a lot better than Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, because they couldn't
Yeah.
go that far in that movie, though.
Right.
There was only so far they can go. And, you know, with the speech, I mean, because, like, that speech between him and, like, that's what they wanted to kind of do with the movie, but they kind of fucked it up with him doing all this fighting, already know how to use his power. Yeah, they already fucked up a bunch of backstory that they could use, and now they have to do kind of, okay, so now you got Wonder Woman who's going to have her separate shit, Batman who's going to. Did you see that trailer for the Jason Todd movie?
I
Yeah,
gotta see that.
I did. I saw it. Plus, you also got to understand the Deathstroke thing was originally supposed to be a 12-part series.
That's right.
It was originally supposed to be 12 parts, and they condensed it down. So what they probably did is took bits and pieces from everything and try to condense it into that 1 hour and a half. So that might be why some of it's jarring or the logic doesn't follow, because there's pieces missing that should fill that in. So
That would have been a good ass game, though. That would have been a good game to like put that across an entire story of the whole 12 parts. That would have been good. Yeah.
Kind of like they did with Batman and Arkham. Yeah, that could have worked.
Okay.
That could have worked. Yeah, that could have worked.
Oh,
So
damn.
overall, what?
Okay, that new Batman is coming out the 12th.
What?
Batman
This month?
Death in the
They
Family?
delayed that shit. Didn't they delay it?
No.
No, I think they
You
delayed it.
talk
Wait, hold
about
on.
the movie?
I'm telling you, pre-order right now, and it's available on October the 12th at 11 p.m. I'm looking at it right now through my what I get my movies through the Microsoft store. It's telling me now. I can get it for $14.99 right now.
And
All
that's
right, well, I'm
Death of the
about to buy it
Family.
right now. Yeah, Batman Death in the Family.
Yep. Yeah, hour and
Actually,
36 minutes.
actually, it's already on sale on eBay and a couple other places.
And they said
Yeah.
it's an interactive movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
they got an
did.
interactive version too? Okay.
No, the movie itself is supposed to be interactive.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, well, no. Here's what it is. It's a combination of all the movies that are already out. You're just choosing what order that it happens in, with the decisions and the outcomes of the movies from the previous, all the movies that came out. That has nothing to do with this style of universe. This is all from the previous universe.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Well,
previous, I guess, timeline.
looking at the artwork, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Because yeah, if you look
So
at the
what?
artwork, it's the old style for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, because what it could be is that if you choose for him to live and the other Robin to die, then he'd be the one who come back as, Red Hood. Which I would like to see that anyway, because we already seen it one way. I would like to see what happened in reverse if the other guy was to become Red Hood and not Jason Todd.
Okay.
Was the comic good of Death in the Family? No,
Yeah.
and I'm asking
Yeah,
Lawrence because I know you read it, or and I know definitely know you read it. And I'm looking at the
Well, I mean,
images.
it was good for its time. I mean, it came out in 1988. And does it still stand up? I think it stands up decently, but considering the current writing style and the type of readers out there now, it might
yeah,
seem a
and
bit.
especially how far they
It
could
might,
go now. I mean, for
yeah,
1988, it was amazing.
yeah. For 1980, it was amazing, but now it might be a bit mundane for the average reader. So
Gotcha. Gotcha. But yeah, okay. Bruce Greenwood is back. Is Bruce Wayne? He's
okay,
voicing Vincent Martella's Jason Todd. I can't remember what I've seen him in. I know he's a younger actor. Then they got Gary Cole. Damn, he's Two Face and Commissioner Gordon. He's a pretty good. I remember seeing him and stuff too. So, huh? John DiMaggio is the
yeah, I see
Joker and
that.
Thomas Wayne. Yeah, this is. Yeah, we're gonna have to do
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know this one probably. This one has got to be good. Yeah. Well, damn. Thanks for that information, MOT, for letting me know that where I can go look.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
I
mean,
got it.
but you're choosing the outcomes of the movies to create a different result at the end. But all these movies have already come out.
Okay.
Only thing that is just it's interactive and how you actually get to choose.
Got you.
Because I thought it was some Telltale type of time.
Oh no.
Okay. What's good, Yori? Thanks for coming out. Yeah. But yeah,
So what now? Ratings?
yeah. I guess what will we give this Deathstroke?
What we're doing? Stars, bars, highs.
Just a 0 through 10. Keep it simple to
Uh,
me.
I'd probably put it at 8 out of 10.
Uh, I was thinking about the same thing. About 8.
I go with an
Uh,
8. I go with 8.
Yeah, clean eight. Clean eight.
Clean 8. Those little
Definitely better
mistakes.
than Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Those the little mistakes stopped it from being a 9.
Right. I agree.
It would have
I
been a
agree.
9 without those little mistakes. They could have easily fixed those. But
Yeah.
I keep it at 8.
But yeah, for the good drama, um, and when you talk about looking at it again, I would definitely look at it again. Heck, I have. It's I think it's got a good replay value, so that's why I had to go with the even 8 on it. Lawrence,
Yeah, y'all not gonna like me.
7, 7.
6.5.
Dang,
6.5.
dang, you put it a half above what you gave Superman. Damn.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did. I did. I did.
Let's go. Let's
Um,
go, Lawrence. Let's go.
I didn't think Superman Man of Tomorrow was that good of a movie either, but
Yeah.
I understood why they couldn't go as far as they could have went, and he used all his powers kind of up front. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was real fucking annoying. Yeah, real annoying. Especially
Yeah.
for like a start off movie to start off again. I mean, but you know, it's kind of like Spider Man. I don't want to see Uncle Ben get shot again.
I hate that shit.
Passion.
yeah,
Yeah. It's kind of like, I don't want to see another Passion of Christ. I
yeah.
don't want to see Jesus Christ get the shit beat out of him again. It's just
Gotcha.
certain things we don't need to go over. And it's like
Yeah.
Superman's powers. Him learning those is one of those things. We know what the powers are. If they could do like a Bizarro, like true to origin movie, so that way we can see that heat
Mm,
breath and that motherfucking freeze sight. I
yeah.
would love to see that shit.
Yeah. I think the thing to me when we talk about that as Superman, the two things that I like, of course, was Lobo in there. I thought that shit was great. Um, and then the simple fact, this was the one time where he just didn't automatically cook out for Lois. It
No, I
True.
mean, he pulled that power move at the end and made that bitch
yeah,
wait.
yeah, he did. He did.
Like I said, that's the Superman I remember from the Silver Age when I was a
but
kid.
but yeah, I mean everything that I've seen, he's had too many
Prior,
cook moments for me.
yeah, man, like prior to, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, and
God.
I haven't read as many comics as Lawrence has, but I do remember the old George Reeves, and of course I remember Christopher Reeves with the movies, with those two movies, and it just it was too many. He had too many cook moments for me with her, as well as through different other iterations of the character as far as in film, whether it be
Yeah,
TV or movies. But this one, it was like, nope, I'm pulling the power move. You're gonna have to wait, bitch.
yeah. Because you can see the cucking of Superman definitely started with Christopher Reeve and Superman 2. There's no question to it.
Oh
That's I
my
mean
god.
that's
Oh,
when the
God.
that's when the cucking truly, because like I said, he wasn't like that in the comics when I was growing up. He put her on blast every chance he got, blew her
It
off
just
the whole
got
9 yards.
deeper.
Yeah,
It was a little bit with George Reeves, but yeah, with Christopher Reeves, it got deeper.
yeah.
Um,
Because with
yeah,
George Reeves, to me, it was just like a flirty kind of thing going back and
he was
forth.
soft on her. He was soft on her. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
go. But this is the one time where it was like, no, he went hard on her there. In a passive aggressive kind of way. It was, and I was like, damn.
yeah. But like I said,
That,
that's what they showed in that movie. That's the Superman I remember growing up in the comics. That's exactly how he was.
so
Um,
yeah,
but like
which
I
is
said,
why,
as far as it goes for the actual cucking beginning, it's got to
right?
be Superman 2. It's got to be Superman 2.
Gotcha. Yeah, the
Giving
last
up his
Superman movie.
giving up his purpose and his powers for pussy. Nah, man, they cucked
Yeah,
him big time. They
yeah,
cucked his ass big
they
time.
did. They did. I
I,
agree.
But that was kind
Yeah.
of like the Crisis on Infinite Earth, the fucking Smallville. How that dude gave it all up
Oh,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
Uh,
But and that, to be honest, it didn't surprise me just because of the simple fact he's always said he wasn't getting that suit, so
yeah.
it did not surprise me.
but he did wear it for a while because that
No,
was that was the final scene in the final episode. Remember he
no,
went to the
he didn't
future.
put that on. They put somebody else in there. When it
Yeah,
panned
that's
out, that
computer
was not
graphic,
him in
man.
that suit.
That ain't him,
Oh,
man.
wait, wait,
It's
wait,
not
wait, wait,
him.
wait, 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 wait. You're talking about the actor himself?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. You're right. I'm sorry. I was talking about the character himself. I'm sorry, my
No,
bad.
no. I'm talking about Tom Welling himself.
No, no. Tom Welling made it abundantly clear he's not putting that shit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was talking about the character. I'm sorry.
Okay, I got you. I got you now. Okay, yeah. No, I was talking about Tom Welling. That's why I said
Yeah,
it did not surprise me with that right there. And I was like, man, I was like, damn. I was like, I don't know what they. I mean, they would have had to give him a boatload of money to make him put that shit on. And then when I seen that, I said, okay, yep, it makes sense now.
Well, you got to think, man. Every dude who wore that suit, except for one, um, it didn't go well afterwards, man.
Brandon Routh. Well, two.
Nah,
Dude changed.
Brandon Routh when he did that Superman movie, his
That
career
movie was
stalled.
terrible. Well, I
I
mean,
mean, I mean, I mean, I mean, I
it
mean, look
never
at it
took
this way.
off. His career
Well,
never really
Christopher,
took off.
exactly. You got Christopher Reeve. He tried to get out of it, do other shows, but nobody would hire him. You know what I'm saying? And then it leads
I
to
see
his
what you're
death.
saying.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, man.
Then it
the
leads to
type.
his
Yeah,
death.
Ultimately
yeah.
typecast.
With
Chris,
that, but I
yeah,
was my bad.
Christopher Reeve does the same thing, gets typecast. He does a couple of movies, but he's still typecast. Then you got the issue with him falling off the horse. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
George
Then you
Reeve got
got
shot, didn't he?
yeah, he got shot. Yeah. And then so George Reeves, that's Christopher Reeves. Then the next one you got I can't remember his name, but it was a young kid. They did a Superboy TV show.
Hmm.
It ran for like 2 seasons before Lois and Clark started, something like that. You never saw him come back. Dean Kane's never recovered since putting the suit on. You know what I'm saying? Brandon
Yeah,
Routh, he didn't kick off properly. Henry Cavill is going through the crap he's going through. You know what I'm saying? The
but
only
he's
person, the only
Cavill good
person
though.
for right
Yeah, they
now, we're
just
gonna see.
re-signed a three
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
deal,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But we're gonna see how that goes, though. But out of everybody I mentioned, the only person who really didn't go through a problem was the first dude who ever put the suit on, and that was in the '40s. That was Kirk Allen. He went on to have a
Yeah, damn, I
reasonably
don't know nothing
decent.
about that.
Yeah, he went on to have a reasonably decent career. Didn't get affected by the whole Superman thing and stuff like that. But outside of him, man, and waiting to see what happens with Henry Cavill. But everybody else in between never really recovered after putting that. So I'm not mad at Tom Welling for not wanting to put it on.
Yeah, well, I think when you look at it, to be honest, I can't speak on the other dude that you know, talking about from the '40s. I didn't see that shit.
Mhm.
But Henry Cavill is another caliber of actor compared to the others.
No, I agree. I agree. That's why I said we got to wait and see.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
So I mean, because
I'm
I
not.
mean, even after he wore it, he still got out there Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Mission Impossible. I think before that he did I Spy and a whole couple of yeah. But
Yeah,
Henry Cavill is a good actor, no doubt.
yeah. And I
But like
think
I said,
this Witcher is going to have success too. So
yeah,
But but
yeah,
but
Witcher is definitely doing good. Yeah, Witcher is definitely doing good.
but also you got to take into account that they've shrunk the acting pool with a lot of these movies and media today because they go with like they go on like a certain pool of people at a certain time. You know what I mean?
right,
Like back in the day, they made more movies because because people actually went to the theater. Now it's like they be using like social media influencers before they'll use trained actors, fucking people from like Instagram and shit like that.
right.
And then they would use rappers and people that can't even really act to throw in movies now more than like people that basically built up through the like Broadway or people that came up doing movies like because not that
Right.
many movies being made how it used to be.
And,
Yeah,
So
and
that's fair. That's
and the
fair.
other
That's
thing we
fair.
have to take into account too is now, the superhero deal is a rave now.
right.
So whereas then, it was only a niche. It was a niche genre. So you were only going to have certain ones that would look at it and it would take off like that.
Like the
Um,
studios are now banking on superhero movies to make them their money
right,
back.
Oh
Before it
right.
was
yeah,
like
absolutely.
that's something
Yeah,
we just threw
absolutely.
money at. Now it's like we gotta put 200 million in this because we're gonna bank back a billion if
Right.
we try.
Right.
No,
Not
So
yeah,
not
yeah,
saying
yeah.
that not saying that Henry
Calvin,
Cavill not a great actor. He's a great
yeah,
actor. I'm just saying
yeah.
like the times they'll throw a fucking a rapper in the fucking movie before they'll throw like a really good actor now, and they're like, damn, what happened to him? Like, just didn't get the part.
And they're doing that just so they can save money on not
Right.
having to pay them a whole lot, and then it's just they feel it's gonna hit well enough. So
Yeah.
Well, I don't disagree with any of that. I'm just saying that looking at the history of everybody who's worn that
right,
S, it hasn't been that great. So I'm
right.
just waiting to see. I'm just waiting to see what happens with Henry. That's all I'm saying.
Well, and according to that,
Hopefully, it won't be the case because I would like to see him go a little bit. To be honest with you.
right.
Yo,
And
it's Smooth there? Smooth there? Okay, I'll wait.
I'm
Y'all keep
still
but
here.
going.
oh, go ahead, Smooth.
I'm still here.
Yo, Smooth, remember that J Hood line? Act like Superman, end up super dead.
And it's super dead. Yeah.
No, that was Kiss. That was Kiss. That was Jada Kiss. Act like Superman, end up super dead.
Yeah. I remember
Ain't
that.
no stopping no bullets. But yeah, and I think the other thing too is when you actually compare it to Lawrence, not only the points that we just brought up and about Henry Cavill being a higher caliber of actor, when you look at the career so far from him playing that character to what he's done now, his success has been miles ahead of theirs. I mean, they never touched that. They never touched that. Whereas he's already, even though he's still going on now, he's already surpassed, them as far as with that.
No, you know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I mean, thinking on it now and what he's done. and how he's parlayed that. Yeah, there's no question. He has done better than him so far. No question
Yeah,
to it.
yeah, yeah.
No question to it at all.
But like I said, I hope they bring him back. I hope they let him do it. I think his idea of wanting to um tap into the character to find out how having this much power in the decisions that he has to make, how each event, each battle, how it affects his psyche. I think it's going to be a great take on the character because we've never actually seen any writing. I've never seen it, especially in movie wise, how we've seen how each battle, each moment affects him from there to kind of create who we think of the Man of Steel, what he's supposed to be. So I think
Yeah, yeah. The closest that ever happened was maybe 2 3 years ago. DC Comics did like a 7 issue miniseries called Heroes in Crisis, and I man, I wouldn't even wipe my ass with it. So I'd rather
damn,
see the movie. I'd rather see the movie. I'd rather see what Henry can do.
damn, that's bad.
No, no. It was this thing where there's this sanctuary where all the heroes, when they have battles, they go to talk out their problems like a psychological thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, yeah.
It was bad. It
They
was
got to
bad.
sit on somebody's damn couch and all that shit. No, I get it. I got you.
Yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
terrible.
It was pretty similar to that actually. But
Yeah,
like I said, it was crap, man. I'd rather see like I said, the way you explained it to me, man. I'd rather see what Henry do.
yeah, yeah. Me too. But yeah, I hope they run with a lot of his ideas. I know he wants to do the Brainiac to be the next one. I think that'd be a great encounter. We've yet to see that on the big screen, so I think that would be a great
My
new villain,
God,
Yeah, I
challenging
think.
I
villain for
can't
him to
even
fight.
imagine that. I can't even imagine that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I definitely got. Yeah, Brainiac alone is enough to get me there
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
that's one of the few villains that have not been portrayed yet,
They
man.
would have to bring the Justice League for that, man. That dude's a beast.
Yeah.
yeah. You almost would.
hmm
Yeah, you
But
almost would.
hopefully they'll get it together.
Yeah, hopefully they will.
I definitely like to see that. The CGI should be amazing, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Brainiac destroyed Krypton? Question: Did he?
It depends on what version you're talking about again. It's just,
Mm.
but in one of those versions he did.
Okay.
But I think what in multiple though he's taken the capital city of Kandor in multiple versions. Am I right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
you know who I always get mistaken with Brainiac? That one villain on Superman Adventures who had that kryptonite. It was a cyborg.
Metallo.
Yeah, he had the kryptonite in his chest, and I was like, it always bugged
Oh,
me. I'm like,
Shimatello?
yeah, I
Yeah.
always thought
Yeah.
that was Brainiac for some reason. And then
Yeah.
I always remember when I was a kid watching it, Superman ripped it out of his chest, and he went insane and was like, I need that.
I know. MOT said they'd have to bring in the Justice League for Brainiac, but who I'd like to see him fighting, they would have to bring in the Justice League for would be oh gosh, I just drew a blank on his name, but he's the leader of War World,
Mongol?
Mongol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a great one.
Actually, I think
It wouldn't be that close, but yeah, I get
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Because
he ran
because
through
I hope.
everybody else.
Well, as much as I would like the idea of seeing Justice League, they're not going to do it because
Yeah,
the entire history of Superman has been him defeating Brainiac by himself. So,
yeah, yeah.
um, so
Mm.
I don't know, but
I see.
But it's so weird him doing that with basically what age we in, because Brainiac is like extreme technology. Because like my version of Brainiac is different than yours, Lawrence. I would think because I grew up watching Brainiac go at it with the whole Justice League, including Static Shock. You know what I
oh
mean?
man, I've got 6 different versions in my head for
Yeah.
real,
The
and all of them have existed from the time I've been reading comics up till now, including the one you're talking about.
yeah,
Okay.
the one where I think about where they really kind of needed the Justice League was whenever they did Unlimited, where they had him and Lex combined.
Oh yeah,
They were
yeah.
hell to take on.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But it would definitely, yeah. But I would definitely like to see that though with Henry
Yeah,
Cavill for sure.
yeah.
But but there's somebody snoring.
Nope.
Oh,
No, no.
Not that I know of.
no, it might be on my
It
end. I
just
don't know.
sound like.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, the Deathstroke thing, I enjoyed it. The reason I give it the 6.5 is because I got to be honest, there were a lot of things that they changed from the original story, and I got to tell you, the original story, if they did it in animation form, would have been better than this. If you thought
Mm.
this was good, that would have been wicked. It would have been wicked.
Don't you think that
Um,
they just? Don't you think that they just altered the story just to piss people off though? And
I
they
do
kind of
sometimes. I do sometimes
yeah.
because like for instance, the movie started off with him already wearing the eye patch. That's not how the story is. He lost that eye because Addie shot him in it.
Mm.
You see what I'm
Oof.
saying? Because
Wow, why he
Damn.
in the original story, he was a mercenary. She didn't know. He was lying to her. The Jackal, which was the Italian mafia business dude, kidnapped Joseph and held him at knife point in an alley to tell Deathstroke to come in. He looked at Deathstroke and told Deathstroke, I want to know the name of the person who hired you. Deathstroke said, I don't give that information out. My word is my bond. He had promised Addie prior to that he would save Joseph no matter what. But
Mm-hmm.
he moved so fast, he took out the guards, he took out the businessman. But as the businessman fell back, the knife cut across Joseph's throat. And that's how he became mute. So
Mm.
when they took him to the hospital and he got okay, he went back to the house and Addie was waiting for him. She said, "Do you see what you've done that brought this upon our son?" He said, "I couldn't give away my sources because my word is my bond." He said it again, and he turned around to walk away, and she pulled a pistol out. His reflexes was fast enough that he moved. That instead of getting shot in the back of the head, it caught him in the eye. That's how he lost his eye. She took it.
Mm.
Oof.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The actual story is infinitely cooler than what we saw in the movie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
Damn.
I
saying?
mean,
And then and
Oh,
then and then
they ain't
and
gonna
then
make no woman
Joseph,
look bad like that.
right? And then
of
Joseph,
course not.
and then
Yeah.
Joseph, yeah, Joseph eventually grew up and he became a member of the Teen Titans when Dick Grayson changed from Robin to Nightwing.
Mm.
And he joined them then, and his powers were radically different. That thing with psychic energy and reading minds wasn't how it worked. What it was is he had a mutation that one he had green eyes. If he locked his eyes on your eyes, his eyes would turn black, and then his body would absorb into yours, and then he can control everything you do.
Oh.
That's his power set. The only thing he couldn't control was the mouth of the person, but he can control everything else. So what used to happen is that in order to keep the person silent from letting people know he's been taken over, Nightwing would knock the dude unconscious. Then Jericho would go in the body and take it over, and then he can speak through that person's voice. I'm saying, I'm telling you, the real story is much more cooler than what we saw, and this one was good. But I'm just saying they didn't have to do all this because the original story was solid and it could have played well as is. So that's why I gave it a that's why I gave it a 6.5 because I think they went a direction that wasn't necessary. The original story was
Mm.
solid. It was good enough for kids and adults. So that's why I gave it the 6.5.
It wasn't good enough for feminism, though. That was the problem.
And that's another one of my things because the way Adeline and everybody else was portrayed in the comic is nothing like in the movie in any
Mm-hmm.
capacity because when Jericho joined the Titans he was already in pain because like I said his oldest son his firstborn son Grant was already dead fighting the Titans so
Mm.
he had a personal issue with the Titans to begin with and then to see his youngest son join up with them to stop him took him
Right.
over the edge. It's also the storyline with Terra, where she turned
Oh yeah,
bad
she was on. Oh yeah.
and ended up killing herself. All that was hit. All that was the same story. It was all in there together. That's what I'm
Mm.
saying. That the comic story was infinitely better. So that's why I gave it the 6.5. I gave it that because the original story was solid as it is without changing it, and also the feminism stuff they added into the movie was just too much for me because it just wasn't necessary,
Well,
at least from
damn.
my perspective.
I know
So.
Slade is the villain because I used to watch the Teen Titans cartoon. That's what I know him from.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
He
Damn.
started out as one, but after the end of that storyline I just told you, that's when he started to change. and become more like the guy in the movie where he only takes jobs to stop bad people. And not all the time, because he'll still take some jobs from some dirty, grimy people too. So,
Right. He's kind of
and
more the anti-hero type. So
yeah.
gotcha.
And then Adeline was spending a lot of her time afterwards continuously trying to kill him. She got hurt. He shared some of his blood with her, so she got a little bit of his healing factor. Only for them to find out later on that the two of them are virtually immortal. The difference is that when Slade gets hurt, he heals and keeps his immortality. Addie, the way it worked, a bad guy slit her throat. She didn't die, but she forever has a slit throat and is constantly bleeding.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, man, the books are better, man. I'm telling you, the books are better. Yeah. So yeah, but that's why I gave it the 6.5 for those reasons.
I had a question. I was thinking
Well,
about something.
damn.
Oh, and I have another thing too.
There we go.
Adeline's last name is Kane, and I've been waiting for them to tell me in the comic books if she's related to Batman. I've been trying to figure that out, and they haven't made a single comment on it in
Well,
decades.
damn.
Well, who's Kane in Batman's family?
That's his mother.
Or her maiden
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
That's her maiden name. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Because it's Martha Kane, and she married Thomas Wayne. Then you
Oh, it
have
is Martha Kane.
then you have Catherine Kane, who's his cousin. That's
Right.
Batwoman. And then I've always wondered if Adeline is related to them in any capacity as well. So I'm sorry, I nerded out there. My bad.
Oh, you good? You good?
No, it's good little history lesson there for.
Yo, Lawrence, I got a question for you.
Yeah. What's up?
Do you think that the Age of Apocalypse could ever go over well in a series form?
In what way? Live action or animated or?
And animated?
If they didn't go in there with all the agendas and ideology and just do an actual straight pure adaptation, it would go over like gangbusters, in my opinion.
Oh,
Okay.
talking about like with Marvel, Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I really think it would work well if they, like I said, if they leave out all the ideology and the politics and they just do a straight adaptation from the story itself from the comic, it would go over like gangbusters. I mean, that's one of the most popular stories of the X-Men ever done. I mean,
Yeah,
it's up there.
that's what
Yeah,
sucked
it's
me in
up
when
there.
I was younger.
Yeah. Because I mean, they listed up there with Extermination Agenda, Dark Phoenix Saga, all that good stuff.
I like
But
the one when they went to the Savage Lands.
Same here. I like that too.
That
How do
was-
y'all
which one?
feel about?
Oh gosh, it won back in the '90s. Whenever
Okay, I know which one.
you
I know
find
which
out
one.
that Joseph was a clone of Magneto and all this.
Yeah. I know which one. That's why I asked, because the first one was in the '70s when they got
Oh
separated.
yeah, no, I don't know. I
I got you.
can't go that far back.
Joseph? Who's Joseph?
Joseph was. I'll let you
Go
take it.
ahead.
Oh.
I was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
Joseph was a clone of Magneto's. They thought it was Magneto. Whenever they went to Savage Land, he apparently had it to where he lost his memory, but he didn't lose his memory. He was a clone. He just didn't have a memory really, except it was probably all jumbled up of what Magneto had lived, the life Magneto had lived at that point.
There was a lot of clones going on at that time period. Because remember, Spider-Man had a clone that had a different outfit on at that period. Remember?
We do not talk about the Spider-Man clone saga. We never talk about the Spider-Man clone saga. That's just like we don't acknowledge 3 and 4.
There are only 2 Superman movies that Christopher Reeve did. There are
And
only
we do not talk about the Spider-Man clone saga.
Oh, that
It does not
Joseph.
exist.
Oh yeah, that dude with the long white. Okay, yeah.
We do not talk about the Spider-Man clone saga.
I always remember that weird outfit. I was like, what the?
No, wait a minute. Let me rephrase that. You can. I just can't be present. How about that?
Right.
How about that?
So I guess you hate Doppelganger.
Probably just that story.
No. It's just exactly. It's just that story.
Okay.
It's just that story. It was horrendous. I mean, look, man. I can live with clones, mutations, doppelgangers, alternate universes, alternate timelines, but that story sucked.
and you're wrong. It's not that we don't talk about it. The truth is that there are only 2 Superman movies that Christopher Reeve done. There were no other movies. There were just 1 and 2. That's it.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
sit down there in the chat. He said Jerry Conway fucked up Spider-Man Clone Saga.
He did. And what's so sad is that by writing that, he damaged his own history because he's the one who wrote the story of Gwen Stacy
Man,
dying. That brought on the Bronze.
oh,
He's the one that wrote that story that brought on the Bronze Age. But Jerry Conway's always been he's an ass, man. I mean that man. That story made me so mad, made my ass itch. You understand what I'm saying?
damn, that's bad.
That movie made me so not the movie, the story made me so damn mad. It's just
God damn.
it
Yeah,
just
that's
pissed
bad.
me off. To write a story and then tell all of us who've just spent the last 40 years of Peter Parker being Spider-Man and tell us he's not the real one, he's the clone, and then no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no,
Lawrence
no.
pissed off. See what you done, Aegon?
No, that ain't his fault. Yes, he asked me a legitimate question, man. I just gave it. That's just, Woo. Have mercy. Is that Smooth laughing at me?
No, that's me laughing.
Oh. Yeah,
That's
man.
me laughing. I can't help it.
Yeah, but yeah. Only 2 Superman movies, and the Clone Saga never happened. That's it.
Man. Yeah. So, I guess what we'll have to do this Batman. This new Batman. We'll have to do that review.
We still gotta do the boys though. Remember, yo, the
Yeah,
boys.
I gotta check that out. I'm gonna try and watch
Let's
an
go.
episode.
It's over
couple
now.
episodes here tonight.
Well,
I ain't watched one. I ain't watched the first season yet. So
now you can binge the whole thing. Let's go.
Man, I'm not finna binge like crazy, but I'm gonna try.
You're gonna love it, dog. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna try.
Lawrence, you watch it yet?
Aegon, what are they, like an hour long?
Yeah, hour long.
Hour long episode. So that's 16 hours.
16 hours, yeah.
Yeah, because you said it was 8 episodes per season, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I got the last. I got to get the last episode of this season, which I'll probably do tonight or tomorrow, and then I'll probably start watching them on Monday.
Okay. Yeah. I'll probably try and watch the next 2 here. I'll probably try and start watching them here. I'll try and watch one tonight and watch some tomorrow. CC, check for you. Y'all come on up, man. Y'all look at the comics and anime and all this different stuff. Come on up. You always talking trash, she said. So yeah, I've been making one every Saturday now. I know you've been busy. If I need to adjust the time, we can talk about it, man. Come on up, Corey Wayne. But yeah, and I'm gonna have to start doing some. I need to start doing some Star Wars stuff too. Being I know so much about that, so I should do some stuff about that too.
Hold on, what the? Cecil know the name of the dude? Jerry Conway. Jerry Conway fucked up Spider. Damn, Cecil the nerd like shit, yo. You know a lot. Damn.
Man, y'all leave my little young white friend alone.
Wait, hold on a second. Did you not hear my response to him?
No. I went past my head because I heard you complaining about one of the greatest series of all time.
Yeah, when he wrote that, I said, yeah, Jerry Conway messed that up, and it's sad because he messed up his own history because he was down in legend for killing Gwen Stacy. Yeah.
So
he started the Bronze Age, man.
Was Maximum Carnage a part of that series that history also?
No, Maximum Carnage came after that.
Okay.
After that came a while after the Clone Saga.
That's what got me into Spider-Man, Maximum Carnage. Because I played the video game. I had the video game. Then I started getting into the comics.
It was a good video game.
This shit was hard as shit.
Why is Checking for You got a...
I guess he ain't coming up. He ain't got nothing to say. I guess that's what he's trying to say.
Oh, is that what that means?
He ain't got nothing to say.
Another series I want to see because
What?
About a couple years ago, I've read the Messiah Complex.
Damn, I don't know about that.
That's
It's
the X Men.
X-Men.
That's X Men. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, it's after Scarlet Witch goes crazy and makes it only like 215 mutants on the planet.
195.
195. There we go. And basically, the world has changed, and like Wolverine is like the head of Shield, and this is after the Messiah Complex is after this. But basically, Wolverine is like the head of Shield. Everybody gets their own desire. You know what I mean? The
gotcha.
she ends up goes crazy, and there's no more mutants born for a while, and then all of a sudden, one mutant is born in like Alaska. And then Cable jumps in from like a time loop and saves her because it's like this mutant hate group that's like burning. Well, basically they come through with flamethrowers and kill a whole like hospital full of babies and shit like that. So Cable's basically running around the world like on the planet trying to keep her safe because he can't time travel, but he only can just run.
You talking about Hope?
And, yeah, Hope Summers. Yeah, and she's a baby. And then during that, at the end of it, and Bishop is a part of X-Men, but his job is to kill Hope, but nobody knows because his grandmother told him, which I don't know, she looked like an older Storm, but they never say. But they say like, yo, his grandma told him the whole world changed after this one like red-haired mutant got her powers, and it put all the and killed a whole bunch of people, so all the mutants got put in an internment camp. So he wants to go back. So he basically came back in time to kill her. This is what he was doing all along. And he gets a chance to kill her, but he doesn't. And then Cable takes the baby, run, and then I think he kills Professor X, trying to kill the baby.
No. That was a different storyline, and Cyclops killed Professor X. That was one of those Phoenix sagas. Avengers versus the X-Men.
That was after that. That was after that.
Yeah, it was after that.
He shot Professor X. He shot him. He didn't kill him. And Cable jumps into the future. Like Bishop is basically Cable can only move forward in time, and Bishop is chasing him. And as he's chasing him, Hope is growing up. So by the time she comes back, everybody is like back to Cable comes back with her. She's like a young adult.
Yeah,
she basically joins the X-Men. And at the time, the Avengers are with the X-Men fighting against Bastion, which is a combination between Master Mold and Nimrod.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the Phalanx also.
Ended up killing Nightcrawler in that story.
And, right. And the cool part about that is that there's a whole bunch of small storylines in that when Cable's jumping in between universe, jumping in between time and going forward, he gets to the end where basically it's this world where only people that are really alive are what I think there's Strife. He's alive. Bishop, who's working with Strife, Apocalypse, and because Strife betrayed him, Deadpool, and Weapon X, which is Wolverine, X-23, and some other. And the only reason they're there because they jump forward in time to try to help Cable, and they all end up fighting. And Archangel also, and Archangel also, and then they then Cable and Hope and them end up jumping back to the past. You know that the X-Men moved to San Francisco, so they're all fighting in San Francisco because they live off the. Yo, you think that was some agenda shit, yo? I gotta think about that shit. Why the fuck? Because the X-Men ended up moving from New York to San Francisco. You think that was some agenda shit? That was weird. Now I'm thinking about it.
I don't know. I never really thought about it. But to be honest, the mansion was totally compromised. I mean, everybody knew they were there now. There was no point.
Yeah. Got blew up like 15 times.
Yeah, more than that. Hey, sis, man, I'm not giving Jerry Conway a pass for Jason Todd. I'm not giving him a pass for that. Because it was a carbon copy, man. Because the original Jason Todd his origin was damn near exactly the same as Dick Grayson. The only difference is that Jason was a redhead. The Jason we got now, if I remember correctly, when they relaunched Batman After Crisis on Infinite Earths, Max Allan Collins came in and gave us the version we have now.
Got you.
And Max Allan Collins, if I remember correctly, used to write the Dick Tracy news strip, I think. I think that's what it was. I have him in my head that way.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, but Jerry Conn, he just did a carbon copy of Jason Todd, man. Jason Todd didn't get no real, didn't get no real personality, in my opinion, until Max came along and everybody else added to it since then. But
Yeah.
can always come up and talk about
Yeah.
it.
But yeah. But yeah, thanks for checking out the replays. Don't forget to hit that like button. But yeah, so
Eisen,
we
what's
got
gonna be the next movie you gonna review?
I'm guessing we're gonna have to do this Batman Death in the Family.
Oh
No,
yeah, it's
no,
pretty.
no, no, no.
Don't wait.
I thought we were gonna do Justice League Apocalypse.
Oh, Dark Apocalypse.
Let's
Yeah,
do
Yeah,
it.
okay, cool. We can do that one next. Sounds good. And then we can do Batman Death in the Family after that.
that
Not
works for me.
not next Saturday, but the Saturday after that. I mean, yeah, it sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay. Got you. Got you.
Avengers: Dark Apocalypse, is that out already?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Justice League Dark Apocalypse. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm
It's
going to
Justice
go
League,
watch
not
that.
Avengers.
I'm gonna go watch that.
Yeah, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since that came out, so that's out there. And the Batman one is supposed to be Monday, the 12th.
Yeah, that's when it comes out.
Okay, all right. Okay, sounds like a plan.
Oh
Well,
yeah, I was supposed to watch that already. Perfect.
but
Oh, you say you
I got
watched it already, Aegon?
Huh?
I said, Aegon, you say you watched it already?
No, I was supposed to watch it already, but I didn't. So it's just be perfect.
You talking about Dark
Yeah.
Apocalypse?
Yeah, I saw Dark. I saw Justice League Dark. I didn't see Dark Apocalypse.
Oh, okay. So it's just
You seen
me,
the first one?
MOT. Okay, so me, MOT, and Eisen are the only ones who've seen Dark Apocalypse. Okay, I got you.
No, he's seen Dark Apocalypse. He hadn't seen Dark Apocalypse War.
No. I think there's one. There's two. There's
It's two,
Justice League
right?
Dark and Justice League Dark Apocalypse.
Right. Justice League Dark came a couple of years ago. That was just the Mystics getting together with Batman to solve a mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
That's the one I've seen.
yeah, and then
yeah.
and the one we're talking about is Dark
It's Apo-
Apocalypse War.
yeah. Justice
Yeah,
League Dark Apocalypse War. Yeah,
yeah.
it's Justice League Dark. Yeah, it's the magic side of the Justice League. That's what they call it, Justice League Dark.
With this dude that Keanu
Constantine.
Reeves played in the movie, Constantine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually like Constantine as a character. I can't lie.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
very interesting character.
Oh, how could you not, man? He's a great character.
Yes, he is.
The movie was actually good too.
Yeah, it
What,
was.
Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
don't
about to
know.
hate Lawrence? You about to hate Lawrence? There we go. There we go. We go to ruin it.
Yeah. I am because it
He's
wasn't
going
even
to.
close. It wasn't even close to the character.
Okay.
Wasn't even close to the character. Not even close.
There
Not
we
even close.
go.
I would say from what I've seen, the guy who played him
The
in
TV
the
show
TV, yeah, and then later on,
that
of course, he
that
plays
yeah
me more accurately.
that
I
was
would say.
closer. Yeah. Yep. You are correct. He comes closer to the character than Keanu Reeves did for sure. But then again,
Keanu Reeves can't pull off the
Can't act.
well. I don't want to. It's just like he's only got like one face when it comes to acting. I'm not trying to be funny. It's like I mean,
hey, Eisen.
yeah.
I know kung fu. I want to know.
It's just that you don't get a myriad of facial expressions from him. I mean,
You really don't.
he's like the Lance Storm of acting. I mean, anybody's ever watched wrestling before. I mean, Lance Storm only had one face, so there was no smiling. I mean, you didn't even really just see anger like that.
Yeah.
It's just one face. So with Keanu, that's all you really get. I mean, you can't get the smugness and the kind of jokes and shit. So it ain't gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But that's all I got, unless somebody else got anything.
Yeah. But yeah. Y'all stick around and we'll try and get everything lined out for this, and that's it. But anybody got any last words before I end the broadcast?
Mm, not. I
Nah, man,
mean,
it was. Go ahead, Aegon.
my bad. Smooth, you got it. Sorry.
Now I was just saying that I think it was pretty obvious how they was trying to portray Deathstroke, you know. I guess they try to show a soft. I don't know what DC was trying to do with that shit, man, or who had the influences there, but overall, it still ended up being a good movie, you know, except for the little feministic things in there. And yeah, man, I can't wait till we do the Justice League one. I'm gonna watch that tonight.
All right, all right.
Hmm.
Uh, Aegon.
Yeah, I feel the same way Smooth does, even with the little feminist things. It's a well, even the little feminist thing, still a good movie, and at least they tried to counterbalance it with something. They just didn't let her ride off and say whatever dumb shit she wanted to. Like basically, like I really that's what kind of impressed me, of more than just letting her say what the fuck she want, and then we just move on to the next scene. It show you actually how you deal with these bitches. You let them say what the fuck they want, and you say what you need to say, and then you just move the fuck on. And if they say some stupid shit, you act like they didn't even talk. I
Mhm.
dug that. I dug that a lot. And the fight scenes was cool too.
Gotcha, gotcha. MOT. Hey, he probably, tell her what he doing driving that truck. Well, I guess Lawrence.
Yep. You know, you ignore them. They let them say what they want. You ignore them. If they talk too much, stick that grenade in their mouth and let it go.
Yeah, that was
Pat,
funny.
and let me try that one more time. Let them say what they want and ignore them. If they talk too much, stick the grenade in their mouth. Hashtag men first.
All right. Well, all right, everyone. Thanks for coming out. Like we said, the next Saturday it'll be the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War we'll be reviewing, and I'll get a time and everything together. And of course, I'll have that together and put it out there for everyone to see, and we'll review that. Um, just want to say thanks for coming out. If you haven't, like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all and catch the replay. Peace.
Shalom.
Peace.